They can hear us. All right, there we go. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back. We are once again joining you here for the CSGOGLOVES Open, and it is the pistol round of our first semi-finals matchup over here on Overpass. I am once again joined by the wonderful M&J. How you doing, M&J, after your short break?
I'm alright, yeah. I went and had some lunch. I went and played, what's that South Park game called? South Park game
Stick
on
of
the
Truth?
Xbox. No, the second one, the Fractured Butthole.
Lovely,
Yeah,
beautiful.
that one. And played some of that. It was good.
And just letting you know, the man with a bunch of dashes as his name is Informer, for the record. Interesting. His name is now Morse code. I don't know what just dashes in Morse code. Probably nothing. But it would be entertaining to find out.
I think he's the graphic designer, isn't he? The CSGOGLOVES.
Is he?
If I'm not wrong. I think he was the guy that came in yesterday and said he was a graphic designer. I could be wrong, so I don't want to sort of stand by that, but I think he is.
Can I just say, this is the most unique pistol round tactic I think I've ever seen in my life. The T's are anticipating CT aggression, so they have 4 T's in towards their spawn, and one they've sent this poor fella on his own out onto the B-bomb site to draw in fire. And now they're all going to B. I mean, why not? It will be double cup to find the first and the second. Lovely start to the map for this fellow. He's going to find a third headshot. He can go back for his fourth if he wants to. That's a bomb drop. Zonlock in from short. Can't catch anyone off guard just yet. There's a low HP player in his crosshairs. Tapping away. Can't find anything just yet. As Double Cup still on for that fourth kill. And he's going to find it. There we go. Beautiful round from Double Cup. And the CTs, they start off strong.
I like the fact that we're starting to get some serious sort of games going on. We're starting to get some serious sort of tactics, even though it was a little bit funky, not something you see every day. The fact that they're actually really playing to win right now is nice to see. As I said earlier, when we had the content team in, there was a lot of kind of antics, shenanigans, and it was fun. But now they're playing to win. They want these gloves, so no real surprise there. This is to work with. MP9 should be able to farm lots of damage dealt. 3 kills found as well. In fact, one of them is actually a team kill, so I feel like the Freaker, that was like a tactical kill my team. $100 perhaps. Maybe not. Maybe I'm reading into it a bit too much. But either way, it should be a loss score.
It's just unlimited damage, and I must apologise. I completely forgot to readjust the audio. So that game volume would have been absolutely deafening in comparison to us. I have now adjusted the game volume, so hopefully those of you watching at home will be able to hear us. But either way, that was a lot of carnage. Thankfully, I noticed in the second round. And now, going into the third, it's 5 AKs, a decent set of util, up against a CT4 spy, an interesting... Oh, no, bonus spy, in fact.
AK time, let's go. This should be the turning point for Team Freaker. This should be their opportunities to put their first round on the board. MP9 still coming out on top, but it's Zonilop to go big with that AK over towards short. And I think they might be able to take this one over the top. MP9 still doing good damage, and to be honest, it's just farming further money that will be very, very useful going into the next round. Maybe Informer can try and turn this one back in their favour, though, as he's still the sole anchor, the defender of the B-bomb site.
Vladik, though, he's got a good angle for it, but both of them are in towards Monster. The X-Ray's been deceiving. Creeker, a lovely entry onto B here, leaving just the Scoutsman in a 1v3. They spotted him out now, and he's left side heaven. It's a dangerous cross back over, and the AKs are just training themselves in on his position. Unable to land a shot onto the low HP player in Hanuni. There's really not much he can do to get back into this round. This should, if all goes according to plan, be a T-side round. Full armor on everyone as well. He can't land a lucky shot. Instead, he might want to just try and save his own Kevlar into the next. He can drop A1S over if he manages to save this in his back pocket. But he is going to go for it, which is an ill-advised decision. Creeker steals away the frag, drops the scout. And this does mean Cerebral will not be able to fully invest. But 2 AWPs come out on the CT side regardless.
Okay, well, I mean, they were in a position where it wasn't like they had enough money to drop an M4 anyway, so it's not necessarily selfish to go for that double up setup. It is a little bit foolish on the basis they don't have any utility, though. Obviously, at a high level of Counter-Strike, especially on that CT side, here on Overpass, utility is very, very important. And right now, they're playing with 2 incendiaries, nothing else to work with. And instantly, the first one smoked off as they bomb it over towards B. And I'm not sure if that MP9 is going to cut it.
Well, we are yet to find out. In the meantime, Odin, a lovely shot onto Krika, one of the star players of his T side down already. Dead, trades it back, opening onto the site. A lovely second headshot to follow through. Vladik in from connected with a no-scope, really keeping this one competitive. Down to a 2v2. It is a flurry of frags here on the B-bomb site, and Odin running his way on in will find a stellar shot onto Librarian, leaving just Hanuni in the 1v2. Does have the bomb, does have the opportunity to change sites if he wants to, and with Vladik smoked off in heaven, this may actually force him back up to 8. So the defense is split, which could be a blessing or a curse for Hanuni, depending on which site he wants us into.
Bomb on his back. That's something going for him. But Vladik just playing super passive here towards Bank. Actually like this. It's sometimes very tempting in scenarios like this to overface, peek into toilets, try and get a little bit of information towards long or whatnot. But he knows that he can just hold this cross. And if he does hear the plant on default, then I want to see him just playing it nice and slow, call for the reinforcements and go for the retake in that 2-on-1 fashion. In the meantime, though, Hanuni's outbrained all of it. Back down towards B. With the flash over the top, should know there's one to his left. It's Odin's on that AK-47, holding the cross. Messy spray, and he will win it. And now as he taps down those digits with the final seconds, he might have a shot at this, Tom.
Oh my goodness, Vladik! What a flick. Well, I feel like you spoke a little bit too soon there, Josh, because that was a disgusting shot from the Russian AWP here. Looking for some util to pick up. You did indeed. I mean, that's what casters are good. No, I mean, that's all we're good for, in fact. Cursing games. And with that 10-second defuse coming in, he doesn't need a kit. He's got plenty of time. I mean, that shot was just nutty. Either way, 3-1 now to the CT side. They're keeping this one pretty clean. Still plenty of time for the T's to pick themselves back up into this, though. But that was a full buy with full util round. And they were just unable to win it, despite the fact the CT's barely had any util of their own, which might be something that we have to factor into being troublesome for the T's in the future. If the CT's actually start chucking the kitchen sink at them with util, they could be in some serious trouble.
Lean and easy, Tom. Who was it that used to say that? Babam. Rahim Babam, that was his name.
I have no idea who that is. Rahim Babam.
Babam! Yep. He didn't last very long in the professional scene, but he was known for his line, "Ba-bam."
Wait, is that the guy who was also, he did a bit of hosting as well?
Yeah, I think he might have done a little bit. And he did like a couple of big events.
Yeah.
Like for like Acer Predator or something like that. He did like the Acer Predator Masters.
I feel like when he was presenting the trophy, he said something along the lines of "babam" and then gave a little speech, and then the equivalent of "Are you ready to rumble?" But after the tournament had finished. Oh, okay, we're straying from the real point here of the CTs now have a 2-man advantage, despite using Famuses in their portfolio. Odin, my goodness, almost lands a 180 kill as well. Now in this 2v4. It's going to be a struggle for the T's, but Library does claw one back. Health is minimal for our attacking side. Krieger and Librarian may just want to try and save up here. 35 seconds left, I know, but they have good util, full armor, and AKs, something that they will not have if they die in this round.
I think Mojo on PC made a video about him. It's like best Counter-Strike commentator ever or something, he called it.
I think that's where I'm getting this info from, that he was like presenting a trophy and just really hyped.
Well, there's the counterpit guy, if that's who you're thinking.
Counterpit guy, yeah, that's the one I'm thinking of.
I love the counterpit guy for the thousands in attendance and the millions watching around the world. Put your hands in the air for Virtus Pro. That's him. That's the counterpit guy.
No, he did some other really cool stuff as well at like an expo that I was thinking of. He was so funny.
He was good. he was good. I'm really sad that he doesn't do esports anymore. But
does he just not do it, or did he just not get picked up again?
No. He stopped with esports stuff in like 2018. I follow this man's career. I'm not even joking. I wanted to reach out to him and like get him back. And yeah, he sort of stopped doing esports stuff in like 2017, and then he stopped like being active on social media a couple of years ago as well.
Oh, that's so sad.
Yeah, I know. Gone but not forgotten.
Certainly not. He shall be revived one day. Maybe we can send him a pair of gloves to coax him back into casting. He'll like touch the fabric and be like, "Ah, what have I lost all this time?" However, what hasn't been lost is CT rounds for this rather dazzling Vladic-led... Is it Vladic-led or Odin-led squad? I might just be making that up. Either way, it is a 4v4. There's 48 seconds left on the clock. The T's have opened the door down towards B short water, and it looks as if this is where they want to finish up. Haven't quite been heard. Good dropping into B short water silently, and also they've got a nice distraction of Dead up on A, which allows Librarian to enter this site unchallenged. Now, surely the game is up here. They find that one kill on A, managed to pick up a Noonie on B, but Librarian is there to trade things back to the 2v2. His repositioning is really good here. He can't be spotted from heaven, and Double Cup won't spot him either. This might just be a successful post-plant here.
That's bit of spray control from Librarian, and they seem to have actually recovered this quite nicely, to be honest. It really did seem like... Oh my goodness, that was nice and crisp. Yeah, it really did seem like the CTs were in control of the game in general, and in that round in particular too. But yeah, very, very nice recovery there. They'll carry a couple of rifles across, and they'll carry confidence with it too. So going into round number 7, some money on the CT side, but to be honest, not a huge amount of it. Just about enough to pull out that AWP, surrounded by a couple of Deagles at MP9. Maybe we'll see a little bodyguard here, just trying to play around that AWP, give it the opportunities it needs to get those opening picks, and then if it dies, then get on AWP retrieval mode. MP9's aggressive here in short, and wow, they've had a lot of success with it.
Cerebral, that was an absolute stunner, but Dead does pull one back here. Informer goes down trying to nab a weapon off his own. Krieger pulls another one to the tally. Back to the 3v3, so a stunning entry from Cerebral, but very quickly muddied by a good response. Odin shuts it down. Sunlock falls. 3v2. Still good utility on the T side, though. If they group up, they could try and pull something off. But with just how spread out they're playing here, there's no opportunity for a trade. Dead just waltzing out a monster. Does spot one towards Toxic, and it's a lovely headshot. But will he anticipate Cerebral with his 3rd kill of this B-bomb site defense? No, he won't. And Krieger has a very tall order on his hands.
Very doable 2v1, to be honest. So, I mean, Cerebral's had a hell of a round with that MP9. I think probably anything's possible at this point. But just looking at how isolated these two players are, they have no idea where Krieger is right now. He could be anywhere between these two bomb sites. And if he picks correctly and walks into Cerebral, then he'll have an easier fight, let's say. Cerebral's low on health. He hasn't got the firepower, especially at long range. Krieger just needs to check his corners.
You're talking about long range. Cerebral is doing a damn good job so far. Already found so much with that MP9, and he's going to find the last one as well. A godly 4K to the tally. And, well, clear MVP of that round, Cerebral. Putting up so much damage. I want to see what this man's ADR is now. And, yeah, he's shot up from very measly numbers to 98. But Odin is on 168 ADR, by the way. that's pretty spicy, especially for an AWPer.
Thing is, Odin's his group, but I don't know what his name is.
I can't translate that, unfortunately, so I have had to go with Odin.
Or can I? Let's call him Odin. Informer, though, with that MP9, trying to do his best Cerebral impression from the same position. Cerebral this time, though, is upgraded. M4 in hand, lots of damage dealt, and Informer's even able to find one of his own too, despite them all being on low HP. Finding all the kills, it's no problem at all. Another complete shutdown for the CTs. And, you know, Team Informer are actually looking pretty hot right now on Overpass and might be able to take down Krieger's side that have really been here since the start, haven't they? They played in round 1.
But you're looking pretty hot right now on Overpass, Josh.
Thanks, bro.
That's alright.
My favourite map.
It is my favourite map. Ooh.
Oh, that's huge.
That's very big.
We have so much in common.
Oh my god. It's like we grew up together. Oh wait.
Oh, yeah.
But moving on quickly.
Into our brains from a young age.
Krieger will be able to steal a bomb plant onto A. The AWP shot wallbang narrowly misses its mark, but Krieger, with the jiggle peek, actually gets the AWPer down at a decent range, but Informer won't allow him to get away to long. Lovely frag, shuts him down, picks up a 6 for the CT side. And it seems to be whenever the terrorists pick up one, the full force of another 2 CT rounds just lumps down on top of their head. And this is going to be a streak that they need to break sometime soon. Otherwise, it's going to be very difficult for them to string things together. And their economy, it's been very up and down. We've not seen a proper full buy from this T side in a good 3 rounds now. They've had SMGs, they've had lackluster utility, and this round is no different. It's just a pistol investment down to about $2,000, $3,000. They might be able to make this work with the element of surprise, but with just how good, especially the AWPers on the CT side are playing, I don't think they're even get a chance to get close enough, especially with that bomb now dropped in connector.
Yeah, it's a very, very big little play there. Just, I like the initiative. Go for those little boosts, gain those little advantages early on in the round, and it's just an absolute clean-up. Shouldn't be taking any casualties. Vladik to finish with a beautiful no-scope flick. And, yeah, round number 9, done and dusted, going into double digits now. And Team Krieger really need to start putting some rounds on the board.
Yeah, they certainly do. No, apologies that there is a little bit of a lax in quality on the stream. The server's having a little bit of a mare still. The FPS... well, not the FPS, but just the tick rate is up and down. Mine should be fine. I mean, I'll even turn netgraph on for you. I can't spell net properly. Yeah, my FPS ain't doing too badly. But Zonlock finds the first headshot in the round. Odin follows up. Straight back onto the man in question. Yeah, that would be it. This is currently a 24-tick server, which is why we're experiencing lag, ladies and gentlemen. That is actually worse tick rate than an Overwatch demo review.
That explains a lot.
That does explain a lot. Yeah. Well, Krieger doesn't care about the tick rate. He's got 128, which is roughly 5 times the amount as us. And my goodness, Odin is an absolute menace on this AWP. He's all over the map. His presence has been great. Multi-kills pretty much every round. And Hanuni does have the bomb, is able to meet up with his compatriots towards his B-bomb site. Double Cup just needs to delay here as Odin comes in through heaven. I think the bomb is going to be planted. A nice grenade rattles on down. Won't do too much damage though. And with Double Cup not quite able to delay, this bomb will be going down with 20 seconds to spare. Jumping onto the site now. Odin will be falling. Double Cup left in a 1v2.
This is a tough one. So low on health as well. In any other scenario, I think he'd want to fall away and save here, but right here, they've got cash, so he's going to walk right to his death. Librarian will finish him off, and a third, and very, very much needed third round as well, goes over to the T side. Zonlock sitting on 2 frags right now, struggling to have a real impact in this game, but to be honest, he's not alone. Hanuni as well, one of the harder hitters in games earlier on, sitting 3 and 8 too.
Yeah,
Whilst on the other side of things, Odin's still massive. Look at that, 3 KD, 15 and 5.
What's his ADR right now?
Shall I have a look?
I would love for you to have a look. That'd be very nice.
Very
Flashbangs
large,
over into
169.
Oh my goodness, Odin, he's only adding to that tally. That's another 200 damage to his name. He's looking for even further frags. Odin, this man is an absolute menace. By far my MVP of this half, at least. Hanuni finally shuts him down, perhaps getting a little bit too overambitious with that final peak, but it's already a 4v2. Stunning performance, and Dead claws his way back into this round. Vladik will fall. A more winnable scenario here in a 2v3. But Odin, just like the god he's named after, putting up heavenly numbers, but Dead, he's clawing it back, Josh.
Don't think he's going to be expecting Informer over on this right side. When he tries to cross, he won't be looking, and there we go. Informer takes him out, and it should be a pretty clear-cut round unless Hanuni can go big here and try and up his tally. It'd actually be, yeah, doubling his kills in this round if he could find this clutch. But yeah, you know, like saying about Odin overfacing, when you're hitting all your shots, when you're feeling it, you just peek everything, don't you? At least I do. You have that adrenaline going through you, and you're like, I'm going to go for the clip right now. I'm going to peek everything, go for that ace. And it's why at professional level, it just takes so much discipline to know when you have to stop, when you have to move it in a little bit for the sake of the round and for your team. Hanuni, though, really running out of time. 20 seconds on this clock. He is going to bomb it out a monster. It definitely is the right move to just go and save this AWP right now. But nobody here wants to save. They're all about the plays. They're all about trying to get this done. With the molly going down, 10 seconds left. He's not going to anticipate anyone in water. He commits to the plant. And Informer will be able to swing wide and finish him off. Easy peasy pickings. 8-3. And the counter-terrorists continue to wreak havoc.
And that's another thing to note. He doesn't finish planting the bomb, so that's going to do just terrible things to the T-sided economy. Dead is going for what I can only assume is going to be a hero AK buy here. They may force up around him, but I would advise strongly against it. Also, I don't know how much cohesion there is between these teams coming into today. They have just gone for the full force buy, so they've clearly discussed
There's no such thing as ecoing, man. We talked about this earlier. No such thing.
Yeah, you're not allowed to eco in this tournament. I think that should be made a rule. Oh my guys, 19-6. This man is just a menace, Rika. He's still not gone down. There's no trade opportunity, and even though they're on pistols, they don't chase down the AWPer, which is something that baffles me. But Dead waltzes out onto B. Informer cuts him down with a Molotov and a bit of spray. Odin still alive and kicking in middle, picks up another frag, dropping 20 in round number 12. Wisely falls away back to site this time, knows he can't afford to give himself away. And now Librarian, peeking out along, has been spotted with the bomb. And this should bring back up a rotation from the CT side. Vladik readjusting himself. Needs to be careful of the left side headshot angle, but he can't be swung because now it will be Odin covering his flank.
You know, we saw Cerebral having a couple of massive plays earlier on with that MP9 in those anti-eco rounds. And in those bonuses, he had a lot of success there. Recently dropped off a little bit, but Vladik on that sniper looking to do some damage as well. And he's going to add up his tally to join the 8-kill team as he puts his team onto 9 rounds. So no money again, once again in the bank for the T side. I mean, what do you do here? Please, eco. Please, please, please don't force buy. There we go. A couple of pistols come out. Yep. Oh, no, the Kevlar.
Oh,
all right. They're around the 2K mark.
2K's fine. 2K's fine. That's workable.
We can deal with that.
All right, excuse
and they'll be
me
able
one
to buy up in
second.
the next. But it's so important right now that they take 10-5. Any more than that, and they're in trouble.
Yeah, I'm just going to turn my camera off in Discord so it'll give me a bit of an FPS boost and a bit of a... allow the stream some time to recover. How does Odin manage to get away with 2 kills in middle there, though, is what I would like to know. Pistols, they've done their part. They removed the initial obstacle. If they can get the bomb down, that's a great round. But Double Cup denies the first. Lovely headshot for the second. Jesus Christ almighty. Cerebral hopping on top of the boxes now will shut down Zonlock. And that is a stunning round from the CT side.
Yeah, and from players as well that haven't had like a massive impact so far this game. It's kind of been the Odin show. We haven't talked about Double Couple too often. He's had a couple of nice shots, had a couple of little moments, but nothing too fantastic.
Great pistol round, right, that was it.
Crisp. Yeah. I mean, he had the good pistol round, didn't he? But that is some serious talent. Just transferring onto that second headshot, you really do love to see it. 10-3, as I said before, the terrorists absolutely need 10-5 right now. If this ends up going sort of 11-4, 12-3 half, they're in trouble, and that nade doesn't do them any favors. In fact, it actually makes the M4s now a one-hit headshot.
Yeah, that's a big issue with them running straight into middle. All of them have been tagged now. Not only just their own util, but a great util from the CT side as they retreat back towards the A side.
Was the teammate G, Tom?
Yeah, no, there was a teammate G, but then there was more util thrown by the CT side that's just completely wreaked havoc on this D side. Lovely entry onto long by Krieger. But, still, as we've already discussed, one-tappable T-side players is never a good sign. Lovely eye by Power Hollow, though. That is a very gorgeous Fire Serpent.
blue mag, Case Hardened as well. Ah, it's all so cool.
It really is.
Cool. Yeah.
I mean, your own Case Harden looks pretty nifty. I had no idea you had a Liquid 2017 Columbus craft on a... Is it how blue gem is it? Is it tier 2, tier 3? Or?
It's a tier 2. Yeah, it's a tier 2. It's cool. It's a cool like. I have been looking at getting like a tier 1 and kind of getting something a little bit funkier. But yeah, I do like my Case Harden.
Ooh, gap in the smoke there. That's going to cost Odin his life. Getting a bit too cheeky around the A long side of things. Cerebral, lovely shot onto Zonlock. Follows it up as well. Down to a measly 2 points of health. Quickly ripped away by an HE. Krika, Jesus, Krika. Okay, flick number 1 finds number 2. Walks into double cup. So unfortunate. The D-Law making absolutely god-tier plays. But it's the only Targi to win on out in the end. Odin, 23 in 8. Double Cup and Informer both on 10 frags apiece. So is Cerebral, in fact. Not a single player on double digits on the T side, and Zonlock on a measly 2 frags. There is a blatant disparity here, which is just a testament as to why the scoreline is so large. Odin is a monster, and no one on the T side has really come to play in this map.
Yeah, definitely not. I mean, that was a seriously valiant attempt from Krika there. I am pretty impressed with the shots that he hit, but yeah, just brilliant cohesion from the CTs once again. A fantastic slam dunk of a nade from Informer to over that wall, finish off the low HP player. 4 on 4, we quite quickly find ourselves in. Definitely favouring the T side. Look at how low Informer is right now. Swapping out to that AWP though, somewhat negates that low health. But they do need to be careful. They're kind of grouping up and overfacing here.
Yeah, they've at least got the health advantage on the T side in this round, though, but up against a Fnatic-style buy, triple AWP in play. Well, first things first, Hanuni will cut through Cerebral, so now it is just 3 AWPs on the defense. Informer dancing around ABC will hear connector door open, and a lot of T's running into water. Drops an appropriate smoke towards B short here. But Odin is just there. He's ready to play. Oh, okay. Zonlock cuts him straight down with a nice spray. And will follow through. 2v1 now. And this is going to be a very tough scenario for Double Cup unless he picks up another weapon.
Oh, nice little bit of movement there from Zonlock to B-hop out of there. Good utility as well to isolate him. So Double Cup. Oh, he's looking around for a rifle. There's not one available. He has to run in with this AWP on his back and a deagle in his hands. As he tries to find Krika, who's just playing super defensive right now. Playing off these sound cues, dancing around the pillar. Double Cup's only way of winning this was to shift around and have that element of surprise. And as soon as he makes his presence known, Krika can read him like a book. 11-4. Not a great half from the T's, but I think they've done a good job at recovering that final round. Gives them a tiny bit of equity moving forward. Let's see what they can do with it.
Well, hopefully they can deal with Odin. I think that's step number 1. If you take Odin out of the round, your chances of winning it improve by like 50%. Because he has basically got 50%. Yeah, he's basically got 50% of his team's frags. He has been a monster through and through. His movement has been very impressive. I'm not entirely sure what level this guy's playing at, but it's clearly up there on the Faceit scale. I'm looking forward to seeing what he can bring in the second half, though. He's my man to watch, and he's a lot of fun to do so.
Well, with the P250 at range, it does give him a little bit more power than that Glock comes with. Hanuni, in the meantime, though, hitting some heads. Vladik with one back, but as Krika trades it, he's actually doing some serious damage. A crisp flick. And it looks like they might actually be able to recover this one and make it 5, unless Double Cup goes massive.
Well, he did it in the first pistol. Will he be able to pick up the same level of steed in the second? He's got the bomb on his shoulders. He's got a flashbang, very importantly, and he's got a split defense. What he can do here, flash off Krika, waltz his way into that A-bomb site, and now with more utility to his name, a smoke and a USP, his signature pistol. Things are really starting to look a little bit scary for the CTs. As I said, they're spread out right now. I think their best bet is to group up and just play for trades.
He's already got 2 to his name. This will be the 4K if he can get it done. The issue is, look at that clock. It's ticking down. He's shifting all the way down to Con. Doesn't want to make any noise to give away his position, but he needs to speed this up. He can't shift the whole way here. Look at him. He's second-guessing it. Back to T spawn.
Oh, no.
He's running out of time. He has to sprint. He has to full W the whole way to the B site to get this bomb down in time. And I don't think he's going to be able to do it. Dead's going to contest it as soon as he pokes his head around the corner. And Double Cup's just timed himself out here. Dead doesn't even react at all. But Double Cup still doesn't have the time to get...
That was a jumping dink.
Oh, that's a shame. He needed to just be a little bit more confident in what he was going for there.
Yeah, sorry for interrupting you, but Dead lands a jumping dink onto the bomb carrier there. That was nuts. Just about clips him through the wood, but otherwise it would have been the one tap. Yeah, as you said though, absolutely ruined himself with timing. He shouldn't have gone down connector, should have just gone straight to B. He also misses his own smoke, so he's planting out in the open. Not that it wouldn't have been easy to pre-fire him at that angle anyway. Dead. Nice Molotov in towards B short here, but there's no one to deny presence of just yet. The T's adopting not quite the same strategy. My god, Odin, he doesn't let me finish a sentence. Not quite adapting the same strategy as their counterparts on their own T side of sitting in spawn, but they are playing this one very slowly, very passively, until Krieger slides on in, finds the bomb, and kills 2 of them. Gonna need a quick trade from the top connector player here. Especially now that Krieger is surrounded. There we go. Lovely stuff. Bomb retrieved. M4 in tow. But there is also Dead to deal with. He finds the first. Bomb is dropped again. Whips out the USP. And it's a very advantageous position for the CTs to be playing from here. Great kills from Dead. And this should be the round. Unless Odin on his Deagle can say something otherwise.
It's, of course, the man I'd want in this scenario. A 2v1, a very winnable one at that. Needs to be a 4K, but of course he's found himself an M4. He's now got the most powerful rifle in hand right now on the server. And it's a Howl. I think that comes with extra brownie points, extra power behind it, perhaps.
I mean, it's got an MB King, Clutch Master himself, on the 3rd position of that Howl. Natural born king indeed, as he's been proving through this game's performance.
Yeah, it does give you more clutch points, for sure. The aggression, though, is going to be a problem. Surely, Librarian, there's no way Odin anticipates this. He's got to get his gun out, though. Get your gun out. Ah! Ooh. He loses it anyway.
Not enough time. If he kept shifting like that, I imagine he would have shifted to the stairs. That means he would have had, well, 10 seconds to get onto the bomb site, which was just about possible. But he wouldn't have been able to do a single bit of clearance. And so that's 2 rounds in a row now that these T's, they've just killed themselves on time.
Yeah, and at the end of the day, we know that mechanically these guys are better. Certainly Odin, he's kind of playing out of his mind right now, and he has been the entire game. If they're a little bit more confident with their gunfights and their decision-making, what bomb site they want to try and hit, I think they'll have far more success. But yeah, playing this super slow, coming down to these kind of 1v2, 2v2 scenarios, they're timing themselves out, and it's causing them a lot of problems. Rifles out, they still don't know how to eco, despite the fact that they haven't got a bomb plant at all here on this T side. They're still just going for these lackluster investments of a couple of rifles, couple of deagles. In the meantime, the CTs are actually starting to rack up a bit of an economy, and they've got some firepower behind them here in the 18th.
Yeah, I mean, this is a good bonus round for them as well. If they can pull this one over the line, which is genuinely looking quite likely, especially with Krieger's incredible positioning. Oh no, that's one of the AK players removed. That's a big loss to the T side. It's unlocked now, peeking on in. Needs to be careful of bathroom presence. In fact, no he doesn't, I'm lying. He's got a teammate there in Dead to help him out. But Odin, back with the Desert Eagle, unable to land the spam. Still a man advantage, and would you look at the time again, Josh?
Oh, big kill onto Dead, though. Does give them this 4-on-4. They need to find the kill onto sight, and there it is. Cerebral with the much-needed headshot found with that Galil. Gives them that man advantage, gives them the sight open. Not quite shut yet, though, as Odin sits behind the smoke, hoping someone will push through it. Instead, they spam it. But the trades are still there.
Oh, that's risky from a scout player to be up that close. Oh my goodness gracious, Cerebral! That is uncanny! Oh, Librarian, he doesn't stand a chance now, surely. Sweet mother of mercy, how has he landed that? Librarian still fighting hard, taps the bomb. Pulls in a swing, but the swing comes from the wrong direction. He can't manage 2 angles at once. Down he goes, and that is now 12-6 to the T's. That was a just disgusting scout shot. That I can't get over that. A round winner,
yeah,
absolutely.
I don't even think that was deliberate. I mean, I don't want to say like it wasn't deliberate. You know what I mean? You know
it was unscoped.
Just kind of a random snap. Yeah. Unbelievable.
Oh, man. And we were talking about their weaker buys. Somehow they pull that out the bag with their just categorically worse investment. I hope this doesn't bait them into bad practices of continually buying when they don't have the money to. But, well, Krika gets a, through the smoke, through his teammate, headshot onto Vladik. And Zonlock now on the P250 causing mania, but Odin and Informer pull it back to the 3v2. And Informer, that's a lovely spray down through the door. Krika last alive 1v3. Does have an AK full utility and armor. Could very well get something done here, especially with that kill and the bomb.
Given what they started with, they haven't actually done a bad amount of damage. The issue is this is a full investment. It's not like they only had pistols, but they're on a half buy or anything like that. It's all the money spent. Odin behind with that AWP. He's been very powerful with it, but it's not really the weapon you want from this position. He needs double cup to work his way down those stairs, cause a bit of a distraction, and play this together. Coordination is key in this scenario, especially with that bomb down. And there it is.
My.
Odin just dropping down off of that sort of little bit of noise that double cup made, drew the attention, and it's very, very fast. 13-6. The terrorists are back in control.
I mean, that really was a fast kill. He manages to fire off the shot before his scope fully adjusts. And now at a 13-6 scoreline, this is, I mean, categorically the danger zone for our CTs here. They've got... Oh, dead. Why? Why would you force buy this round? That's jarring. There's no need for him to invest when no one else on his team was. Krika gets a deagle because he's down there. Wow, what a skin. But Librarian, on a USP nonetheless, is going to find the first onto an AK'd player. Traded by Informer, but it's a stunner of a start. More pistols to continue trading out if they get lucky enough. Vladik will eat a dink from that USB, but no, perhaps I'm amping up this pistol round a little bit too much. And as I said, Dead was very foolish to buy a deagle and armor there.
Informer is seriously showing off his AK, but yeah, it is pretty mega. Yeah, very, very foolish, because look at this. His teammates are all on a full investment, and once again, he's just on that deagle and armor. It can be very, very easy to just fall into that deagle force buy trap. I think everybody's been a victim of it at some point, where you just keep buying that deagle. Maybe you hit a couple of shots with it earlier on, and then you struggle to kind of match that later on in the game. Yeah, it's a bit of a problem. Aggression once again, though, from the CTs. It's gone from... And this is where the problem lies. The T's were playing super, super slow, and they kept timing themselves out. And the counter-terrorists were thriving on the fact that they were playing sort of defensive, standard CS, and their opponents were causing... They were sort of their own demise. They were causing themselves problems. Yeah. Whereas now the CTs are getting aggressive. They're feeding the kills. And, yeah, it's losing them the game. Absolutely, it's losing them these key rounds. There's no need to be pushing into mid like they have been.
Man, those crown foils are brighter than my future. But Odin... I mean, Odin's future in CS, going off the way he's playing right now, is pretty damn bright as well. Another godly AWP shot rattling off, and now that's 15-6. The CTs, it's not a good buy. They've had one good buy this entire half, I think. And they did win. That was second round. They had a pretty decent buy in comparison to the T side. But otherwise, they've not given themselves the opportunity to have a full investment. Because, as you said, they keep forcing and forcing. They keep going off with the worst weapons they can possibly afford. And it's just come back to bite them consistently. And Cerebral, another entry. Stunning headshots all the way through this game. He may not be the top fragger, but I think he has the top headshot percentage, especially on those AK-47s. Informer, a nice grenade as well onto Dead, meaning it is a 4v2. Informer looking for more blood. That Molotov will delay to the point they can't even land the retake. Krika, 1v3, MP9, no utility. This game is as good as done.
Yeah, it looks like this will be the end. Krika kind of accepting his fate right now as well. He's not going to jump off the map like we saw on Vertigo earlier, but he is going to take a bullet to the chest from Double Cup. 16-6, another one-sided affair. And a team fall that, to be honest, I was expecting it to make far. I know that it's the semi-finals, but Team Krika were looking really, really good against the Content Squad earlier over on Vertigo, obviously knocking them out. I thought they'd make it a little bit further, but no, they fall at finals, and it's going to be Team Informer to make it further on and to the grand finals, of course. We don't know who's going to be the other grand finalists yet, though. The other semi-finals got to take place before we know that one.
Yeah, it certainly does indeed. Apologies as well. My computer is slightly overheating, so it's been on all day. Been running lots of CS. It's clearly struggling as a result of this. I'm going to close a couple of Chrome tabs and see if that does anything.
Good idea.
So I've just closed a cool 7 Chrome tabs. Let's see if that helps us out. But otherwise, it's us again. It's Sneaky. It's M and J. Welcome back to the Gamma segment. So, I have high hopes for Odin's team to win this entire tournament if he is able to put up any semblance of that performance we've just seen. Like, it was godly. He was jumping around like a maniac. I'm pretty sure he 30 bombed by the end of it, and it was a 16-6, 16-odd finish. I mean,
16-6,
yeah, 16-6. He went nuts. It was a pleasure to watch. And, yeah, I can't wait to see him grace our servers again.
Yeah, he's fantastic. He's actually a really good player and hitting some really, really crazy shots. To be honest, we saw lots of players have some big individual plays. My fear, even though I do agree with you, I actually think that Odin's team have got this one in the bag. We haven't seen the lower end of the bracket. Today, we've actually followed like the whole of the top end of them. We were sort of told to follow the content guys. We followed their first 2 games. We saw them get knocked out, of course, by the team that we've just seen, full Team Krika right there. And yeah, we've just kind of stayed with that top end of the bracket. So we'll finally see the winner of the lower end. Well, I say lower, kind of the bottom end of the bracket, make their way into that final. And yeah, we'll see a new face for the first time. So maybe a chance for a new emerger, a new talent to come into this one. But yeah, I think based on what we just saw there, I think there could be a solid lock for the win here.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to cut to a quick break now whilst we get the next team onto the server, but I hope you enjoyed that match. Apologies for the sort of rocky FPS command problems, but this is what 2014 does to you. So shout again to that host, really benchmarking CS servers. Either way, we'll be back in just a couple of moments, so don't go anywhere and see you shortly. Well, hello there, ladies and gentlemen. Apologies for the delay in the casters getting back on the stream, but we are here now, or at least I am, whilst I just wait a couple moments more for M&J to get back. Either way, a very strong start for the CT side in Skins No Skill. They laid 4-1, and Captain Slow will be finding the entry frag in the 6th as well. Bomb currently residing in second middle, waiting patiently for his teammates to come up and join him. But it won't be Skill Timmy looking surprised by the end of this round. Instead, an interestingly named Gaybania are now making their way out through the apartments. They don't know the flashbang for the waterfall, which is really going to come back to bite them. Mice Bully forced backwards into the apartments. And Why So Serious locks off the top of Banana. I thought he was going to leave the Molotov for his teammate there, but the AWP barrel of Mice Bully has been spotted coming out of the apartments. Now a 5v3 scenario, and it's looking like a pretty damn strong finisher for Skins No Skill here. The bomb making its way to the bottom of Banana will have the the Nova of Noble V to deal with first. And Why So Serious with a 2k spray down, looking for his third. Forced forward by the Molotov, doesn't find the frag, but at least buys enough time for his teammates to rotate on in. John Deere Tractor gets cut down by Yauki. And that will be a 5-1 scoreline to the CT side. Lovely stuff from them.
We're back,
now,
Tom.
Hello, welcome back.
Let's go.
That was a pretty good round for the CT side.
I missed it. My game crashed.
Oh, lovely.
I know. I'm coming back, though. I'm loading back in.
Yeah, I attempted to lessen the lag on the stream. It sort of worked. But again, unfortunately, there's 20 people in my kitchen right now, and my Ethernet decided to stop working.
A bit of a combo, isn't it? Because it's like, PC's been on all day running the stream, so it's been getting hot.
Yeah.
Plus the server's laggy, plus like a couple of little internet hiccups here and there. It's like, it's not just one thing, it's a bit of everything. But it looks like Skins No Skill are just rolling right now. And again, just more crazy skins too.
Goodness me.
Look at some of these crazy crafts.
I mean, this is a derailment, and the skins are just an added flex on top for the Skins No Skill squad. And contrary to what their name might suggest, they are playing this one quite skillfully. I can't tell if I'm allowed to say this or not, but Gaybania, the name of our T-sided team here, they're really struggling to get past the CT-sided utility. Mice Bully has asked us to close our eyes in chat there. Casters, close your eyes, he says. As they're being slapped about a little bit here, let's say.
Wait, we saw Mice Bully earlier.
We did. He's changed teams.
Yeah. The rules of this tournament are unclear.
I think they were missing 2 players for one of the lower round teams. And so Mice Bully has decided, after losing his opening game, to come and join in with one of these ones. I think he lost
put
on
myself forward as a
Vertigo.
stand-in, but I see the conflict of interest. And
I mean, it's alright. I'm glad to have you here with me. You are a shining light in the in the darkness that is currently consuming Gaybania. Oh, goodness me, the AWP shots are just crispy. Again, we're looking at some great movement from our AWPers here, and despite a bit of an interesting team flash, full blinding Noble V as he tries to peek into middle. It is excuse me? I didn't even see that AWP shot, it was so fast. The auto-director couldn't catch up. 7-1 now for Skins No Skill. 7 times the round of their compatriots. And iCharlie is going 0-8. He surpassed James Bond. He is now 008.
you reckon Captain Slow's the real James May?
I reckon
he plays Counter-Strike now.
Yeah, he's sort of the Lost for Top Gear gig. There's been a slow stream of documentaries, so he's decided to try and win some Counter-Strike gloves instead.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
and like Jeremy Clarkson is like, why so serious? Because he's angry at society for punching a producer in the nose.
Yeah. Yeah, we don't talk about that.
We Captain Slow.
Look at this, bit of an off angle. I like it.
Yeah, it's fast reactions, which is contrary to the man's very name. Yauki as well chiming on in. Ethan Grieve, the first time we said his name so far, catches Skill Timmy off guard, but Noble V's right there, cuts straight through Mice Bully, who was the shining star of his team, who did unfortunately lose on Vertigo at the start of the day. But James May, Captain Slow, catching one more, 9-2 right now. Leaves just John Deere Tractor to try and win out this 1v3. That is not a profile picture I want to be seeing anywhere else.
Yeah, I don't love the profile picture. I do love John Deere tractors, though. Have you ever driven a John Deere tractor?
I've not driven a John Deere tractor, but I have driven a couple of tractors in my day.
Ah, see, I've driven a John Deere tractor when I was in Ireland.
I drove a John Deere lawnmower when I was in Ireland.
Ah, see, that doesn't count. And also, despite the fact that my family are not farmers and we don't live on a farm, we just have a big garden, we have a Fordson Major tractor as well, just to drive around the garden for fun.
I mean, hey, that's just a huge flex.
Yeah.
Oh, John Deere tractor, that's a flex and a half as well. He doesn't have enough time, has to land this kill here. Is he going to spot out the player in the apartments? No, he goes for the bomb plant instead. Doesn't have enough time. The grenade as well. Oh, no. Oh, he goes down after time. That's a tragedy for John Deere tractor after such a nice 3k as well. No more ploughing of the fields for this poor fellow.
Not John Deere tractor.
Not John Deere tractor, man.
No.
No, John Deere tractor.
I wish that pro players were a little bit more memey with their names, you know. Imagine that. Imagine just an actual like tier 1 pro just called John Deere Tractor, and that was his signature sticker in game. I'm not sure if it'd be allowed, but
I mean, there has been some like funny tier 3 pro names. I'd have to look for them, but on HLTV there are some very suspect player names.
Noble. Spraying away only does a tickle of damage onto Unmasked. But look how much control they've got. I mean, they're just completely in control of the game. Not only the map as well. Like, deep smokes, Sim Banana, pushing all the way up. Noble's even going to flash himself through and go for the push. They're 8-1 up right now. He doesn't care, and he might even find the kills with it. Look at that.
Oh, my God.
Oh, they're just completely unsuspecting.
He's heard the footsteps of the T-spawn players as well, so he's just hovering around. There is no escape up T-ramp for Unmasked. How John Deere Tractor on his trusty Negev will find a frag. Unmasked gets killed down on T-ramp. Charlie falls as well, and unfortunately we do lose John Deere Tractor. Ethan grieving for his losses. That's 4 left alive for the CT side. I don't know how it turned around so quickly, especially after there was a Negev entry frag on A. Charlie yet to frag. And I've just realised there is a very worrying reoccurring theme in their profile pictures.
Oh yeah, it's all like Five Nights at Freddy's
banner. Oh god.
Oh, I don't like it.
I don't like it either. Mice Bully's got the thick Grinch, just because why not?
Oh man.
And that is not something you usually see in Pro Counter-Strike. However, casting Epic League, when they didn't have a HUD, there were some very interesting anime profile pictures on Pro Pictures.
Boomich always had weird ones too.
Yeah.
It was like, Boomich
all of
was
Na'Vi.
sus.
All of Na'Vi had really sus anime profile pictures for Epic League. And apparently...
because they'll never hire me again because I did a bad thing on their broadcast. That was like the worst run the Valve tournament ever. There is a special place in hell for the Epic League.
Oh god. I just don't understand it though. The Russian broadcast was actually pretty good. But
yeah, well,
oh dear.
Didn't care about us.
I mean, the fact that I was casting it probably just just emphasises how little they cared, and the fact they asked me 2 days before it started as well. But moving away from that, Noble V, lovely headshot onto Mice Bully here, but he's on 16 points of foul. Oh my god, the tap's coming through. Charlie, he's cowering away, but that flashbang, that could seal the deal. Allows Noble V to get so much territory. Oh, he jumps down though, he's been spotted by the Glock. It's not quite going to be enough, and Charlie, his first kill on the board is a clutch.
0.1 KD. iCharlie sounds like a Nickelodeon spin-off.
God damn it.
Oh man. But Gabania make it 2. That's huge. And yeah, Epic League will never hire me again because of my little stunt that was perceived as a political stunt, but it wasn't.
Wait,
yeah,
when was it? Like, did they actually call you out on it?
No, they were actually weirdly in support of it, but I know that their sponsors weren't.
What did you say? I don't remember
I didn't
this.
say anything. It was a tournament sponsored by the Russian government, and I kissed a man on camera.
Oh.
Yeah, they weren't too happy.
Wait. Oh man, that's great. I mean, hey, I really hope they don't invade Ukraine. That would be really bad.
Yeah, I hope so too. That would be bad. That would be bad. But geopolitical issues aside, for now,
we do ship to
they're not
Ukraine.
going anywhere. Oh yeah.
Oh, so Noble V's actually on a 4K right now. Sorry, he could be on for the ace here, and iCharlie has submitted a report
for John Deere tractor.
For
Rightfully so, really.
What does that mean? I don't want to say those Spanish words in case I say something really rude or racist. But yeah. I know soy means I, and that's all I got for you.
Soy Dora. That's it.
Hola, soy Dora.
And boots, but I don't think that's Spanish. I think that's just the monkey's name. Ah, they're playing tic-tac-toe.
You know, I've got the boots headquarters.
This doesn't feel like a semi-finals, does it?
No, really. It really doesn't.
Yeah, I don't know why. I can't quite put my finger on it, but there's something about it.
Why so serious is it doesn't really fit anymore, because I feel like we've not been serious for the past 3 rounds, and neither have Capania with their auto sniper purchase. Oh, Captain Slow. It's a lovely swing. Great headshot. Follows it up with a spray. Why so serious? He's straight vibing, my dude. Sees the player sitting in T-spawn, and he follows up with a lovely frag onto iCharlie. I was even thinking of like an iCarly spin-off theme song in my head for him. But then I realised no one likes listening to me sing anymore. So Yauki.
I can't even remember the iCarly song.
Could be so wonderful.
Oh yeah, I remember now.
Noble V and me in a 1v1, you see. Could be so wonderful.
Oh man, I like iCarly. Drake and Josh was better though.
I mean, Josh has got himself into a bit of trouble now, hasn't he?
Has he?
He had some things on a mobile phone. Oh, moving on from the mobile phone. That's 4 AWPs on the CT side. It's like Fnatic, but on the CT side and the wrong map.
Yeah, so basically just like Fnatic.
Just like Fnatic. Oh, your man with the Fnatic tattoo would be so proud.
Oh, well... Yeah, I don't know if you can call it a Fnatic tattoo anymore.
Oh, Jesus
Violated.
Christ. He's going to have to get that tattooed over, surely. Just another Fnatic tattoo on top.
I really hope I meet him again one day. I really hope I meet him again.
I met a random Polish Virtus Pro fan in a McDonald's in London when I was on my way to choir practice once, actually. I was wearing my VP hoodie.
Choir practice?
I was in the London Youth Choir.
Whatever.
So, how dare you undermine my choral achievements? However, not undermining iCharlie, he's now upped that KD from a 0.1 to a 0.25, and it's only onwards and upwards from here. I might have spoken too soon, almost get spotted out by Noble V, but Noble V, using a cheeky bit of trigger discipline perhaps, decides not to go for the shot and instead, come on, Auto Director, do your thing. We'll deal with Mice Bully. There we go. Now down into the 1v1. iCharlie saves the day. A 3k to his name. And we're into the last round of the first half. And with that 4 AWP auto sniper buy, Skins no skill, their economy's in a bit of trouble.
Yeah, it's quite surprising, isn't it? 11-3, and they've got no money. It's the last round of the half, though, so they are going to buy, and again, a P90, 2 MP9s.
Oh.
I actually think they're going to win this. There's something that's ringing in my head that's saying they're going to win this one, and Look at the aggression. I mean, they're pushing the wrong place, but I'm sure they'll make their way to second mid soon.
You've heard of Virtus Plow, but have you heard of John Deere Tractor? As Captain Slow finds a scandalous 1D. Noble V onto K-Bania's very own tractor. Okay, you were absolutely 100% correct in your prediction. That is an unruly Negev shot to finish things off. 12-3 half.
Flawless round.
I don't know what to say.
I told you so. Yep. Easy.
John Deere Tractor, as strong and powerful as he is, going 15-15. He has 3 times as many... No, he has 5 times as many kills. Well, 5.5 times as many kills as
your face it average.
As my face it average. Thanks, Josh. That hurt. It's not been a good day today.
It's cowboy crab time. Let's go, baby.
Cowboy crab time. My favorite
cowboy
anime.
Crab time.
Cowboy
I hope
crab
it is
time.
an anime. I hope that's actually a thing.
No, there's Cowboy Bebop, and there's something to do with crab sticks.
You're not supposed to know.
I'm not only a choral nerd, I'm a weeb as well. Deal with it.
You're not helping your case here, Tom.
At least I haven't caught one. Moving on from that comment.
Shut up. I have a feeling this might work as well, especially considering the fact that
they've stacked
gone for a Campbell stack on A.
No!
Oh my god.
Oh, this is trap. Oh, why?
I actually feel bad for the T's though, because their whole plan right now is to walk up banana and like give the enemies a nasty surprise, and actually all that's really happened is they've just been given a free bomb site.
Oh god. I mean, John Deere Tractor in from the backlines, catches ahead of Skill Timmy. Oh, this is good. This is very good from the CT side now. So good, in fact, that the crab walk train is just, it's crumbled. Absolutely crumbled in front of our very eyes. Somehow, a bomb plant is rattled off. The Dual Beretta's still firing. They're still providing absolute carnage. But no, Ethan Greaves will find a crucial kill, leaving just Noble V in a 1v3. It's not going to happen. John Deere Tractor. What an absolute... okay. Charlie, what an absolute savior. Ethan Grieve, he's in the danger zone here. Was looking like he was going to decapitate his teammate as well. No, don't do it, Ethan Grieve. Don't do it. Okay. Crisis averted. A 4th on the board for Gabe.
There's a lot of tension.
There's a lot of tension on this CT side. I mean, are you really surprised when 4 of them have FNAF fan art, you know, profile pictures? That just screams tension of all kinds.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's to be fair, you're onto something. You've got a point. Oh man, the snow leopards. I'm a bit late to them. It was who do they belong to? Why so serious? Are mega cool. I think I need a pair of king snakes or snow leopards. White gloves are just OP. Oh, look at them.
I bought some Hydra Gloves Rattler for 90 euros back in like when they were a year old. They're now worth 35 euros. I've been absolutely scammed.
You're the only person that's invested in skins and they've gone down.
I genuinely have, and it's genuinely depressing. I've lost so much money over the past like year and a half, 2 years. Because there was the boom of 2020 and then the reboom of 2021, and I didn't sell for either of them. I just held on to all of my like Cologne 2014 holos that are now worth nothing. But what is worth something is the bonus cash that Captain Slow has just netted himself on that Mac 10 frag. It is a 1v3, but 2 players... Well, 1 player is very low, and Ethan Grieve has taken some damage. Mice Bully needs to be careful on the scout up against the Mac 10 and utility of Captain Slow. He's got full armor as well, so still a formidable opponent. But swapping out that scout to a Galil means this will be an incredibly tall order. Oh... But they've given him B.
Okay. Mice Bully is there, sort of. Oh, no. Look at this. I don't know why Auto Director's going elsewhere.
Oh, my.
Slow's actually found the frag. He'll be able to upgrade as well. Galil in hand. Time to plant. Oh, this is going wrong.
He needs to stick it. He's going to stick it now. No, unmasked! All you had to do was peek the corner! What are you doing? Oh, dearie me. They had all of the capabilities they needed right then and there to shut things down. Good Molotov, though, and it will still be the round for Gabania. They are making a steady Oh, unmasked. 3 in 17 for a reason, as harsh as that sounds. But that's a 5th on the board for Gabania, yeah.
You know, I feel like, and this happens at pro level as well. I know there's been some sort of like, the way that the seeding worked was dictated based on like what times people were available and different regions and things like that. And this, as I say, this does happen at pro level too. But it's kind of a shame that we're seeing like this caliber in the semi-finals. And there are teams that have actually been knocked out down the line on the other side of the bracket that like could be here right now. We could have the content team kind of putting up some numbers, putting up a real fight in this one. Feels like Gabania have not given up. They're still fighting. There's still a chance that they claw this one back, but the caliber's not quite there. I hate to say it.
I mean, they definitely reinvigorated themselves on this CT side, especially with that really impressive crossfire. They deal killing blows to 3, now 4 of these T players, and it appears just all of their skills have gone out the window. Noble V, the only one with the appearance, and along with Captain Slow, of still trying almost. And I don't want to say that Skins No Skill have given up now, but they might be doing a little bit too much relaxing on their laurels. And they've allowed a serious comeback, and now a great economy onto this CT side, which they are really struggling to crack.
I feel, though, that as soon as they put their foot back on the gas, just based on what we saw in the first half, as soon as they put their foot back on the gas, they should just be able to close. Like, they're kind of relaxing right now, but as soon as it gets close and they say, okay, we need to win now, they'll just start hitting their shots again, and they'll probably be able to take it over the top. A lot of action going on over towards B, though. Should be a bloodbath if they try and push through mid.
No, auto-director.
Slow. Oh, it's perfect. But auto-director is doing us dirty here.
Yeah. Okay, Yauki will get 2 stunning entries on Banana. Fires through the smoke as well, almost catches one more off guard, and we have to bear in mind that this was nothing more than a Desert Eagle investment for the T side. Maybe one SMG on the back of them. Not only have they faked B, they've gone back over to A, they've completely fooled Gabania. It still doesn't feel right saying their name out loud, but very, very impressive stuff for Skins No Skill. Again, very misleading name on their part. Yauki looking for even more frags, finds the head of one. This is beautiful from the man. Ethan Grieve clinging onto an AK for dear life, but with all of the Skins No Skill team now hunting, he does not stand a chance. 13-6, and as you said, as soon as they put their foot on the gas, quite literally as they run up Banana. I mean, things just start going incredibly cleanly. And iCharlie is thanking us for actually saying their name on stream. Kisses. I mean, I've just been kissed by a John Deere tractor. M&J, how's your day going?
Pretty good now, actually, yeah.
I mean, you know what? John Deere can plough my fields any day.
Oh my god. Too far. When you add the FNAF fan art, no. It puts a horrible mental image in my head.
Are you insinuating that I don't have 4 acres of land in Ireland? That's very rude of you, Josh. My family are all farmers. I could very much use a John Deere tractor.
Your family are farmers, and you've never driven a tractor. You suck, man.
No, I've driven a tractor, just not a John Deere. You weren't listening to me, Josh.
Whatever.
My
you
God.
You drove a lawnmower.
I drove a John Deere lawnmower, but I've driven a McLaren tractor.
Wow. Okay, that's pretty elite. I'll let you have that.
Thank you. Thank you. I do try.
Well, Timmy's on 6 HP. It's a very doable clutch. Unmasked is equally as low, and he'll be the first casualty, unable to connect a shot. But Timmy, come on, man. You're 6 HP. You can't be pushing out like that. You almost gets it done. But the play there definitely would have been to try and get behind one of those boxes, get into pit, play a head angle to negate the fact that he is on very, very low health. But who cares? It's 13-7, and yeah, I don't think he's too bothered.
Man, these Team Liquid LDLC Kata 2014 combos are really clean. Like, I want them. Josh, I feel inspired. I'm going to go waste money on a sticker craft after we're done with this tournament.
Well, I actually sold it. It sold on Buff a little while ago. I put it up for like way more than it was worth, and someone actually ended up buying it. My AK Safari mesh with my
you
Cascos
sold
on
it.
Yeah, well, as I say,
Why?
I just had it sat on Buff, but
Josh,
at like 1500 RMB, and it sold, and I was like, okay, whatever. I was kind of sad to see it go, but
I mean, that was a part of esports history. You've had that thing for years.
yeah. Yep. Yeah, no, it was sad. It was sad to let it go. I might hunt it back down again one day.
Wait, what's 1,500 RMB? Is that about 200 pounds?
Not £200, $200 or something maybe. Like,
yeah.
something like that. It wasn't bad. It was way more than I paid for it. So
Yeah, fair enough.
yeah, Captain Slow though does catch off Ethan Grieve, gives him another man advantage. And to be honest, I don't think Gabe Bania know what's up at all here. It's kind of fakes left, right, and center.
I mean, they've been very busy spamming Five Nights at Freddy's references in chat.
They're listening to you.
They're listening to the stream. Again, tournament rules here are interesting. But...
No, that's not a problem. They're listening to you being sus as hell.
Oh, right, yeah.
A little tractor weirdo.
It's not my fault that people are taking that out of context. I have acres of land in Ireland, not me personally, but the family, that could use a John Deere tractor. And this John Deere tractor in the server is open to plough my fields. It's an open offer.
Fine. Well, looks like Gabe Bania will be losing out on this one. Nice no-scope to finish it off as well. John Deere tractor demolished. And yeah, 14-7. We'll be going into the final rounds of this game potentially, especially considering the CTs don't have money behind them. I want to see something funky. I want to see some MP9s, maybe a couple of shotguns come out, an aggressive play to go with it. And I sort of semi got my wish. I Charlie with the Negev unmasked at Mag 7. John Deere tractor going for a bit of an eco, the only disciplined man on the server.
He's 24 in 20 though. I've just realised he's like the second best player on the server right now.
Yeah, he's a bit of a mad lad. I feel like he's drawn the short straw with his team a little bit.
He's just had a complete turnaround from the first half as well. He went, what? Actually, no, it's not even a complete turnaround. He's doubled his kills from the first half in a matter of not that many CT-sided rounds. But Noble V, Yauki, and Timmy, they get great entries here. They are looking for a match point. And Yauki dealing a very unfortunate killing blow to our manly machine, John Deere tractor. At least just Ethan Grieve, and no doubt he'll be grieving the loss of all of his teammates as he's stuck in a 1v4.
Making a lot of noise as well, and there we go, executed. I've actually quite enjoyed this game. It's been a nice little mix of having a bit of fun, kind of messing about here and there, but at the same time, when it actually comes down to it, they have been playing some serious and pretty good Counter-Strike as well, because at the end of the day, they're playing for the gloves. That's why everybody's here. It's a bit of fun. Like there's definitely a more fun side to it than a competitive side of it, but there's a prize on the line, and everybody here I think wants that prize. So
yeah, I mean, Captain Slow, that is a problem. Thankfully for him, no one is in boiler anyway. Instead, a lot of banana presents taken by the T side, and this is what they did so well. I know they're on the flipped side now, but they always took banana control fantastically on the side of Skins No Skill. Ethan Grieve does get the first entry frag for the CTs in quite some time here, picking up an AWP with a gorgeous Fox M or Cato 15 hollow one. But John Deere Tractor finding another puts us at a 5v3. Skins No Skill have a lot of work to do to try and piece this back. And it will be Captain Slow to deal a killing blow. Now on to Noble V to try his hand. But with 4 players on B, he's going to want to try and get the hell out of dodge here. John Deere runs through the Molotov. Not a wise decision. Oh, they're all following suit. They are absolutely inting to Noble V here. Auto-director killed itself a long time ago for me. I cannot spectate for the life of me, but Mice Bully, last alive in a 1v3. What was once a 5v3 is just letting it happen. He lets them run towards him, tries to go for a knife fight himself, but ladies and gentlemen, Noble V plunges his knife deep into his probably leg from that angle. And that will be a win for our CT side. No, for our T side. For our T side. Well, Josh, heading back on over to us in just a moment. Hopefully my camera does load it. Okay, yeah, we're back. I'm visibly flustered from that gameplay, but my goodness, what a surprise that was. Very fun surprise indeed. But that was a very fun semi-final. Again, possibly not the caliber we expected going into it.
Yeah.
But it definitely delivered on the impact scale.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, it kind of followed suit as well of how today's been. I think we've got a pretty decent finals on our
Yeah.
hands as well. It definitely felt like when All Skins No Skill did actually play some serious CS, they were looking pretty hot. So facing up against our other finalists later on, I think we'll actually have a pretty good game on our hands. I think we've kind of filtered through all the fun today, and I think that the grand finals could actually be a decent matchup.
Yeah, genuinely, I think this is so this team that just won, were they one of the quote unquote randoms? One of the ones that sort of applied without knowing the owners?
I'm not too sure. I really don't know too much history on the teams, but I do know that there was like one good sort of like global tier
Yeah.
team on the lower end scale of the spectrum. I think that was these guys. So yeah, we've got like some decent Counter Strike players going into that final match.
Well, yeah, and that will be coming up in just a couple of minutes now. And don't forget, this is the CS:GO Gloves Open. We are here to flex the new release of some very sexy IRL replica gloves, and you can use code tournament for 10% off if you would like to check out a pair of those yourself. And honestly, I can't wait till I can get my hands on a pair.
Yeah. They look really cool. They're definitely worth checking out. Their 10% codes certainly worth using as well. And now that people have started ordering them, obviously it's like a very new release thing, but people have started ordering them and people have started posting on social media and whatnot, their new gloves, and they look really cool. Super high quality. People seem to be pretty happy with them. So if you haven't got yourself a pair yet, definitely have a look over at the website, csgogloves.com. And yeah, use the discount code, get yourselves a little discount. We're going to be going to a short break though, Tom, and
Yes.
when we return, which should be pretty soon, we'll be faced up against we'll be faced with our grand final match, which should be a blast.
Yeah, definitely so. So, ladies and gents, we'll be right back in a couple of moments. Don't go anywhere, and we will see you all shortly. Well, hello there, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the grand finals of the CSGO Gloves Open. There's gloves on the line, there's tension in the air, and Informer's in the apartments, and he will find the first frag of the finals of this tournament, and a follow-up dink as well onto Captain Slow. Beautifully done. Double cup, the Pistolier Extraordinaire is on top of Hunt here, ready to receive this push. Informer falling back to sight boxes here, waits patiently for Skins No Skill to make their way out, leaving alone the man on top of Hut. A risky strategy, but it might just pay off, as they will now be better able to deal with this apartment's push. Captain Slow, first man out, great flashbang, incredible frags all over the A-bomb site from this T side. Why So Serious looking for more, and they have completely locked the CTs out of this. A fast rotation now coming in from Odin. He's got a flash, a smoke, and dual Berettas. That's what we like to see, but will he be actually able to find anything on them? Yes, he will, of course he will. Yauki, first man to fall. There's a person in pit. And my goodness, Vladazol... That's not what his name was before. Vladazogla. Finding another one. They're down to the 2v1. And oh my goodness, they've done it on the retake. It was a 2v4, M&J.
It played out exactly like it did in the original pistol round that was replayed due to tech issues that we won't talk about. Yeah, the Julies, the A-site retake. It's really, really fantastic.
No, but the real question is, who is Pakistan M&J?
I don't know, man. That's some rando. It's not me. It's an imposter.
You would never enter the wrong link, would you?
Nope.
Fair enough. I'll take your word for it. And on that
Someone
bombshell,
else.
it was the chemical company who stole your name.
Yeah, M&J Chemicals.
Who are from Karachi.
Yeah. I'm gonna find them. I'm gonna tell them what I think of them.
You feel very strongly against their company name.
Yep.
It's like a very underwhelming version of Taken. I'm gonna, I'm gonna find them. I'm gonna tell them that I'm really upset.
I'm gonna find you, and I'm gonna write you a mean letter.
You'll never see it coming. Just like you won't see Vladazolda around the corner with a Mag 7. Cerebral doing further damage. Beautiful stuff by the CT side here. Flashbang over
Not
the
just
top
a letter,
of an
Tom, a strongly worded letter.
A strongly worded, maybe a doctrine,
Yep.
maybe.
Don't know what that is, but yeah, probably.
Fair enough. And there we have it. That's a stunner of a round from the CT side. Captain Slow, the only man bagging a kill for Skins No Skill. And due to their force in the previous round, they don't have much money here, but knowing them, they're going to buy anyway.
Yeah. Why not? They're actually going for a little bit of a half investment, staying around that 2k mark. It's
I'm
the
a
grand
proud
finals,
dad.
of course. So. Yeah, me too, actually. The integrity's come a long way. Yeah. But a full investment here over on the counter-terrorist side. Of course, the scout instead of the AWP, and Odin's down to the FAMAS. I feel like it might actually be worth kind of swapping out with him, let him have the M4, based on how he was playing on Overpass in their semi-final match. Right now, though, they are just looking like the better side. Obviously, it's still very early days. There's lots and lots of opportunity for Skins No Skill to come back into this. But yeah, these last couple of rounds have looked pretty dominant for the CT side.
Oh, Odin, that is just absolutely mischievous. Another spray down towards Banana. And yeah, just adding to what you said, they are looking like the dominant squad. They did, of course, have a much better weaponry advantage going into this one. But that's a lovely grenade. Huge damage across the board onto these T-side advances. And Vladazolda, all he has to do is hold left click, and Informer steals away the last one. 3-0 now to the CT side. And yeah, just all-round, well-versed, good-looking Counter-Strike.
Mm-hmm. Well, finally we get to see a full buy. AK's out. Utility on the Skins No Skill as well. On the other side of things, a decent investment. Informer's down to that scout, but to be honest, I don't count him out with it. An AWP to support, and Vlad, oh, just about gets out of there, but what a crisp shot onto Odin. This has got to be their ticket onto the B site. They need to push off of this, isolate the low HP AWPer, and take control.
However, they're not going to do that. But Timmy, my God! A decapitation at long range of the most impeccable style. Informer goes down. The man of Morse code. But instead of pushing the weakened AWP on B like you suggested, like is the right thing to do, they're going to sell a fake towards B, which I don't think is going to work since they've kept double cup in CT for a reason. And they're now going to meet up with none other than Cerebral in the apartment. Molotov down, and Cerebral, with his style of play, I would not put it past him to be able to successfully defend it against at least 2 of these players towards A. Nyauki continuing to cause panic and mania towards the B bomb site, dropping in 1 Molotov, and that second could be enough to sell a fake, but I agree with you, it's been a very weird end to this round, and now look at the timer ticking down.
The fake worked. It pulled the rotation of double cup, but as soon as he didn't see anything on B, he rotated back a big double spray down. Now Cerebral just needs 1, and this becomes doable. Or if he can stay alive, buy time for the rotation. Vlad just needs to speed this up. They spin around, big headshot from Cerebral, drops, doesn't connect anything else. Bit slow there on the second, but still doable for Vlad. Only 6 HP, so with that AWP in hand, definitely needs to be careful. Not quick enough to the trigger on that shot. And swap into the Deagle probably isn't the play. I think his odds of winning this round have just dropped exponentially. And as he pulls it out, there we go. Noble V will take him down. 3-1. Skins No Skill put their first round on the board.
And whilst it does get very dicey, great effort by the 2 remaining players who get that one over the line. Double Cup does his best. As you said, fell for the original rotation, but then comes back in, gets a huge double, makes things very, very scary for a couple of moments there. Cerebral, only able to find 1 frag though. If he picks up 2, I think that's a round win. But only able to pick up 1 with such low health on himself either way. Not quite enough to toe the line. Lot of util wasted there on towards Car though. They double nade Car after mollying it, which is a little bit of an unnecessary, well, use of their grenades because they know it's already clear. Timmy, though, that could be a good one onto Cerebral, and it will be a stunner. Big damage done, 42 with 1 HE. And Timmy now flashing himself into the apartment does cause the MP9 player to fall away. And there's been no real head-on-head engagements just yet. Informer with a negative, a very good-looking negative, if I might add. Lovely stickers. That does not change the fact that it is still a negative.
Nah, it shows you're a proper gamer when you even splash out on the Negev skin. If you have the Negev skin, I'm not even going to attempt to say it, but the Negev skin from the Norse collection, I have
heavenly.
Infinite amounts of respect for you. You're a true gamer.
I'm very pleased that Valve decided to make that pink such a god tier negative. But Vlad is older. He doesn't give a damn about your negatives. Informer certainly does, though. Oh, that's a shame. Decides to swap the negative out for an AWP. We're in the grand finals. You know what? There's a time for messing around, and I'd argue that this is definitely not one of them. Oh, Noblev. That's a very... I don't know why I've said Noblev. His name is Noble V. Great frag to find there. Timmy, oh my goodness! A double spray down with an MP9 through the smoke. That is disgusting from the man. At that range as well. Noble V locking down short. CT Orpa peeking on in. Wisely chooses not to take that fight after not landing the first bullet. And now in this 2v2, things get increasingly intense. My god, the MP9 doing so much damage. But Vlad Azolda flicks on up. It's him in the... just in the nick of time, gonna shut down Timmy. The defusal comes in, and what a crazy, crazy round.
Wow, the 2v5 almost goes wrong, Tom. But they recover it quite nicely, a 4th on the board, and... yeah, I think Team Informer will be a little relieved there.
Do you know what I say to Timmy's 2k there? Salacious. There's a salacious double kill. I think it was 2 consecutive bullets he lands headshots with on an MP9 spray down. The things you see here are things you'll never see in like tier 3 CS or tier 2.
My man cast the thesaurus next to him.
You know I do, baby. I can hit you with all the adverbs, all the adjectives you could possibly need. But salacious, it's like a scandal, but sexier.
Ooh, like a sexy scandal.
A sexy scandal.
I like that. I'm gonna start using that. I'm gonna steal that.
You're more than welcome to.
But I'll forget what it means, and then people will say, "What does that mean?" And I'll go, I don't know. Ask them.
Ooh, goodness me. Double cup. Locking down that bomb site. The CTs, they're clinging onto a couple of these rounds. It's only a matter of time till Skins No Skill just hit one over the line. And I want them to as well. I want this to be a very close grand final, especially with the caliber of play right now. Yauki, tagged by the Orpa, doesn't go down. Still plenty of opportunity for the T-side here, but they're running... Oh, the Molotov, it's missed! Noble V, lovely shot onto Odin there, and Odin's not been as prolific as he was in the previous game. That could come back to bite them as Yauki now. Oh, it's a gorgeous AWP follow-up. He's looking for another one. Can't land the flick as the cross comes in. Double cup spamming down through the wood, finds one more. Back to a 2v1 now. Noble V's done a great job of dealing with that CT presence. Now it's just him and Timmy, the MP9 Wizard, locking down this bomb site. No util for double cup, and with that Molotov, he's pushing through. Huge risk, no reward, but Skins No Skill, they've done as I've predicted. They've picked up a devious round. And as we head into the 7th, it is still anyone's game to play for.
It really felt like Odin was the star player over on Overpass. And that's not really been the case here. I think it's sort of becoming more and more obvious that he was just having a really good game on Overpass. Right now, he's just kind of another member of the team. He's not hitting some of the crazy shots that we saw earlier. Hopefully we see him wake up a little bit in this one and go back to winning ways, because right now his team are down to an eco, and we might actually have an opportunity for Skins No Skill to try and tie up this score line. Odin's only on $1,300. Informer's actually gone for a full investment here, so he's not going to have cash either, and this should just be a bloodbath towards B.
Yeah, just Vlad Azolda to hold on to things with his Desert Eagle in hand. And with 3 players walking up towards his position. In fact, now that they've got the kill onto Cerebral, they may opt to go back to A, because we've seen them done similar crazy things before. But with that second kill onto the B-bomb site, there's no way they want to head back to A. Informer, this is his chance to maybe try and get a cheeky kill into middle. He does just that. Captain Slow, James May falls, and that's a AK picked up, an opportunity to save it. And I don't quite know how, but Double Cup is still alive in CT after getting volleys of bullets headed his direction. But I think it would be a wise choice for him to just try and hit some exits. Informer, that is not a move I would have recommended. Just save that AK over into the next, but these guys don't know the word for save. I don't know if it's a language barrier, but yeah, Skins No Skill. They pick up a convincing third, leaving no survivors.
As we get further into this, Tom, I start to realise we've seriously got a grand final on our hands. This is back and forth. This is close. Both these teams are looking pretty similar in caliber. And we might actually finally have a close game on our hands. 4-3, Skins No Skill, with by far the better investment. For the CTs, a couple of players could have had a decent buy into this one, but purely down to the fact that the economy is completely unbalanced. They have to drop down to these Desert Eagles. Bit of utility here and there. Cerebral will drop that a lot of damage. He'll stick around, might be able to find a kill off the back of it later in the round, but his teammates in the meantime are going to go for that gamble stack towards A. Not a bad shout.
That is the 3rd notable nade that Noble V has taken in this game so far. He has been very unlucky with just eating utility for breakfast.
I'm surprised you've been keeping count, Tom.
Oh, well, it is within my best interests to provide a little bit of analysis here and there, but Captain Slow, within his best interests to go rather quickly on those entry frags, sees the second of Vlad Azolda, catches a headshot, follows up with a third, and this man is having a field day. Odin, though, with a USB, no way, he finds 2 there. He catches the bomb carrier. He's a menace to society, a menace in this game, and with an AWP finally back in his hands in this 1v3, I don't want to rule him out. Look at his repositioning as well. The bomb is just out in no man's land. Double flash is raining on through, but he's not even going to be affected. Peeks back on in. Oh, he catches the bomb again down to the 1v2. This is starting to get winnable. They need to just peek on in and trade this. Misses the shot. Great bait and switch. And I don't know why the auto observer's focusing on the bomb carrier here. We should be looking at Odin. He's given chase here. Why so serious? Forced in towards CT. And this will be a successful bomb plant on the B site. But Odin is hot on their heels. Flashbang coming over the top. It's a nice flash. But he does full blind himself. That could be an issue. Also has nothing to cover CT with. It's going to be a very lethal cross. Oh, so close.
It's a nice try. In fact, it's a very, very nice try. But yeah, just not enough. He'll fall right there. 3 kills found. Definitely going to do a decent amount of damage to that T economy. The reinvestments will be costly. But they'll come through. AK's out. Still an AWP over on Zhao Qi. And yeah, there's an AK on the floor there for Timmy as well. So not bad at all on the CT side of things. Finally, they've got the cash to go for a buy. Odin's is going to buy one of his own AWPs. 4 M4s to accompany it. Not a huge amount of utility, but I think there's a sufficient amount there to maybe win the round. As Odin's stands burning alive in the molly. And Zhao Qi doesn't predict it at all.
Yeah, he's going to be upset with that one. I believe he was on the AWP before he gets cut down as well. So yeah, it's always the most painful thing to die with the AWP the first time you buy it without getting a kill. It really just boils up a few tensions. But something I'd like to point out, which may have been a contributing factor as to... Oh, nice kill there by Informer. Unable to follow it up, but Cerebral... Okay, my point will come back to us in a second. Cerebral catches Timmy as well, leaving us now in a 4v2. The CT's finally recovering themselves here. They're back to their winning ways. They just need to not let things slip up here. The bomb can be retrieved by Why So Serious, but B is going to be a very tough site to enter on into, especially with just that single flashbang. But yeah, whilst we have a moment of downtime, the point I was going to make about Odin is that it's a lot easier to be impactful with the AWP on Overpass than it is on Inferno. At least that's my opinion. Oh, he gets cut down by Noble V there. The lovely positioning from Vladizolda. Man's going 10-4. Great impact this game so far, and definitely a key player for this CT side. In fact, he's the top fragger on the server, putting up some very respectable numbers.
Surge.
Oh, don't you worry.
I drank some water and it went down the wrong way, Tom.
Oh, it happens to the best of us.
Oh, I think I'll live. Yeah, you're bang on though. Overpass is a very, very good map to be an AWPer on. Lots of opportunities, lots of chances for you to make some big plays. Right, here on Inferno, there's far more opportunity to just get overwhelmed, and these Tech 9s looking to try and do exactly that.
And Noble V, back at it again. Nice headshot onto poor old Odin again. With Cerebral surging through that smoke. That is a godly play and a lovely grenade from Double Cup. Timmy has to deal with a burning Cerebral, but Cerebral is on fire in this round. Not just from the Molotov. Great entries, great retake. The CTs, as I said, firmly back to their winning ways. And Skins No Skill, that's definitely going to dent their... Well, maybe not their morale as such, but it's going to dent their momentum very, very heavily.
6-4, still nice and close, and actually the economies are pretty similar as well. Okay, the CTs have got more money, but in terms of the buy that's behind them right now, yeah, 4 rifles on either, or 4 premium rifles on either side, and then a couple of contingencies, a FAMAS, a MAC-10. With the MAC-10
the
going
grenade
in first, it won't make too much difference, but yeah, with that grenade, it might just... The M4 on site now, deadly, but look at that headshot through the smoke. Vlad needs to go huge, and he does. 2 to his name, 3-on-3 retake.
Man, that was a very tough spot to clear. Top of Fountain? That's not one I often go for. Not one I often see people go for. They're normally crouching behind it, which gives them a lot less maneuverability, but Vladizolda, he's got great movement, and Double Cup as well. Great aim all round. Noble V. Definitely one of the standout names for this Skins No Skill squad, but even he's not able to win out this 1v3. Gorgeous stuff from the CTs on their retake. 7-4 now, and this is where a gap starts to open up a little. It was 4-1 at one point, now 7-4. Definitely not ruling Skins No Skill out of a couple of rounds strung together. But again, the CTs, they just have that slight edge over their opposition right now. And it's something it's been there the whole game. We need a little bit more from Yauki here. We know he can step things up. He had a great game last time we saw him. On the flip side, if Odin starts doing anything close to what he did on Overpass, I think it'll all be over.
Again, just the Tech 9s. I don't have a lot of confidence in this. That B hold starting to learn from its mistakes and Informer.
Oh, the graffiti as well.
As well. I love it.
Wow. It's a bit of a messy middle engagement. Timmy gets a nice one, but oh, Vlad Azolna, as I said, very versatile. All over the map. Great movement. Catches him off guard completely. And now double the round count for the CT side. This is where things start to get dangerous for Skins No Skill. This is where they really need to start reevaluating things. Start putting some better numbers up on the board.
Yeah, it's starting to get a little bit out of control, isn't it? There's kind of a drawing point. Keeping it close when you're within a couple of rounds. As soon as it becomes 4, now they've got no money. If the CTs win this one, they should be able to get themselves onto 10 before the next T-buy round. And look at this. Oh my goodness. The confidence to go for that peak is one thing, but...
The team kill, though.
Oh, man. Yeah, that's rough. I mean, he actually legged him, and then there was the team kill, so... Yeah. A bit rough. But they're recovering. Slowly but surely.
The fact that it was poor Yauki as well, the man who's still on 3 kills, who just gets whacked in the back of the skull by his own teammate. It's not great for one's confidence, and it's definitely not great for one's temper either in a grand final. I can just imagine something happening to... Or something like that happening to Apex or something in a grand final. He would go off his nut.
Yeah, he would. He'd start, like, breaking skulls.
The Vitality Hollows reminding me of him. I'm so glad they managed to win a final before the end of the year and before the end of that roster as well, because I did really enjoy that Vitality roster.
Yeah, I have mixed feelings about Apex, but I do like him. I think that's my kind of overall feeling.
He's lovely to have a chat with as well. I had a very small chat with him at ECS 7. He was very fun. And as I said, he drew a penis on someone's head, so how can you complain about that?
Well, the man advantage here for the CT side. Only one player here to defend B, though. Double tap needs to go big. If he falls instantly, there's
another team kill! No!
Oh, that was so winnable. That became so winnable. If it was a 2v2 right now, but with 10 seconds, he will tap in these digits. Noble's got a chance, but low on health. And now with a man disadvantage.
Oh, that's a good position.
Cheeky.
Heard the footsteps. Oh, this is great. If there's anyone you want in a clutch like this for Skins No Skill, it is definitely Noble V. Absolute standout player through and through for this team so far. Oh, he might get baited into a peek here, but Cerebral looks the wrong way. Noble V, what a clutch. 122 ADR, multiple clutches to his name. And with that 5th on the board, Skins No Skill can rest that little bit easier.
Yeah, Cerebral forced to take a bit of a 50-50 there. Had no info on whether the player was towards Ruins or, of course, coming from CT. And he does guess incorrectly. Very well played from Noble V. Fantastic stuff. Now, number 14 then, as Skins No Skill closed the gap ever so slightly. There's still money here for the defense. Double off sets up, but Jouchi wins the duel. Puts himself onto 4.
That landed.
Odin. Was that not molly damage? Did that actually land?
No, that hit Noble V, I'm pretty sure. Well, I apologise for not seeing too clearly. Again, 24 tick rate is a little bit of a menace.
Not wearing your glasses?
I'm not wearing glasses, no. I probably should. I probably need them. My eyes have been ruined from my 24-hour stream of 21 Faceit games. Combination of tears and blue light damage.
Were you just queuing one map as well?
Oh, well, whenever I played I played UKIC, and the only map I got to play was Mirage, my least favourite map.
Oh my god. Sounds like hell. Cerebral's giving him hell though.
Yeah, I was going to say, Cerebral a nice shot, but a very quick trade back from Noble V, and the T's still have the advantage here. And with Timmy catching Odin off guard, no, he needed to find that kill. That was a silver-plattered frag for him. Now Cerebral, he's in a lot of trouble. Finds one for his troubles, but it's not going to be enough. Double cup now, 1 versus 3.
I think he spotted Timmy. But Timmy's too quick regardless. Look at that. 8 to 6. Skins no skill. They were in a spot of bother. They were 8-4 down. It was very much looking like we were going to see a 10-5, maybe even an 11-4 half, based on how the 4 rounds prior went. But they've recovered it very nicely. 8-6. No raw money on the defense right now. I think we could see an 8-7, really as close as they come.
Yeah, I mean, actually, I really do hope this does go to 8-7. First of all, it won't knock Skins No Skill confidence, nor will it really knock the CT side's confidence. They sort of expect that they're not going to do great on a buy like this. I really want to see Odin go maniacal, in fact, is the word I was looking for, on that AWP on T side. I hope he's running in and entry fragging with the damn thing, because he's had a couple of very sneaky shots with it here, but he's never really... Oh my god, is that more team damage for the T side? Okay, it doesn't matter. They're 5 versus 3 right now. And Yauki eats a bit of nade damage. And a lovely headshot there. Cerebral. Doing great things. As Captain Slow cuts him clean off. 4 versus 2 now. And yeah, the CTs, as I said, they won't be too upset that they will have lost a round like this against a much better investment from Skins No Skill, but of course it is a little bit damaging to one's confidence not being able to close out that final round of the half, especially with a 4-round lead now closed straight back down to 1 in the exact same fashion as the start of this half.
Wow, 8-7, not bad at all, and actually some really convincing rounds there towards the end too, so a nice recovery for Skins No Skill. Yeah, and a fairly even scoreboard either side as well. Informer was having a big game on Overpass earlier on. He's slowed down a little bit, 6-10 right now. On the other side of things, Why So Serious and Jouchi kind of sitting on that 6-kill mark too. Both teams top fraggers, Noble V and Valde. Actually on 17 frags apiece as well. So, yeah, fairly even stuff. As we go into the second half pistol, I think this round's worth quite a bit.
I mean, I think it's cliche at this point to say, ooh, this is a very important pistol round. But especially an 8-7 scoreline, you're right. And Noble V and Yauchi, that is, well, it's a bit of an ouchie for the terrorist side here. Can Informer on the dual Berettas try and claw something back? And my goodness, Odin, that is uncanny. The ability to just one-tap round the corner. Also, he gets his teammates to jump wide for him. I'm liking this. They're playing really well together right here. And they've now taken a long. But little do they know there's a 2-2 split. They are going to head towards CT. I think this is probably their best bet. But they just need to be very, very careful of the encroaching flank. Will they check tree? No, they won't. Odin gets spammed on down, but Odin is still alive and kicking. We're back to a 3v3 scenario here. Noble V, P2000 in tow, spamming away. Isn't able to find anyone just yet. And now with these dual Berettas in tow, Informer deals big damage. Noble V will fall. It's a complete flip side to the start of the round. 3 versus 2 for the T side.
Bomb down as well. They've got such a major advantage in this situation. They just need to play it correctly. Informer with no Kevlar, though, needs to be careful. Has the information on both now. That's going to be relayed.
Oh my
need to connect,
goodness.
but Odin's only good for 1. Double cup left all on his lonesome. And Jouchi has no idea where he is. He's played this so well, staying hidden, playing the time. Jouchi has got a kit, so that the time pressure isn't maybe as heavy as they maybe expect right now, but he needs to hit the shot. It's such a whiff, but I think he's got it, you know. In fact, he definitely has. Oh, Double Cup thought he had it in the bag.
He went for the 360 just to rub it in. Oh, no. That's so painful to see. He came in like a Beyblade, Josh. But unfortunately, yeah, he let the round rip, because RIP to round number 8 on the board. No, round number 9 on the board for the T side. Instead, Skins No Skill pick up their 8, pick up an equalizer, and with 4 MP9s full util and an A1S, there is very, very little chance of the T side closing this one out.
Did you Beyblade?
Did I Beyblade? I had 2 Beyblades. I wasn't very good at using them, but they were very entertaining.
That was me as well. I don't know where they found these, like, underground rings of elite Beyblade players that they'd always talk about, because me and all of my friends just had 1 or 2 Beyblades as well, and we weren't really sure how to use them.
I'm pretty sure we played Beyblade before, because I found the mat when I was cleaning up my room a while ago, and I can only imagine that would have been the sort of age I would have used Beyblades, you know.
For confused viewers, me and Tom went to preschool together. Tom was at my 3rd birthday party.
Yeah.
I was dressed as a Power Ranger.
Was I like Darth Vader or Stormtrooper or something?
I can't remember. There's a picture somewhere.
I mean, we had fun back in the day. We still have fun now.
Yeah.
I'm enjoying myself. We're in a grand finals together. It might not be a Beyblade arena, but I'd argue that it's equally as charming. Inferno.
Yeah, probably better. I'd rather be doing this than Beyblading right now.
Imagine us commentating like the Beyblade World Championships or something. I feel like that'd be a very funny occasion. Who do we contact for this? If anyone knows anyone in the Beyblading scene, hit me up.
The only Beyblade tournaments that go on are in Gaybania, bro.
John Deere is there, just revving up his engines. Yeah, why have they done this? They're on the T side. They need to die, otherwise they won't get any loss bonus.
Oh, man, okay. Well, they just about manage it, but they've just fed an MP9 4 kills, or 3 kills, in fact. So, all 5 did actually go to the 3 MP9s, 3 of which go into Noble V, though. So, it's added his stats. It's given him 5k. Yeah, maybe not the best move there from the terrorists. Not able to get that bomb down either.
Yeah, that was just a... Well, in the words of British street groups, a bit of a sticky one still. And now, with utility raining on down on top of the terrorists, again, they've got a pretty good buy here. As long as they don't lose to Skins No Skills bonus round, they are right back into the start of the second half. But that is a big win condition here. Cerebral, starting very strong, follows up with another kill onto Timmy. Captain slow on long. Catches him by surprise, now peeking on him with the A1S, isn't able to find Informer, now the 4v2. And with both CTs having to rotate on in, again, I think their best bet here is to grab the 2 rifles stop banana, including the AK, and just going for a safe play here. The terrorists, they don't have the money to hunt, nor do I think they want to at this stage of the game. Double Cup, just looking to close down long here. I say they don't want to hunt. Apparently Double Cup is getting a bit frisky with it, but it pays off. Down goes the MP9 player. No possibility of him saving a rifle over. And now Noble V has a lot of weight and utility on his shoulders, so hopefully he can cling on.
The gold arabesque, bro.
That's looking sexy, my guy. Look at that. 4 gold Furious. That is the epitome of oil money.
Yeah, it really is. I can imagine like actual Arabs walking around with their gold AKs.
Yeah. Do you reckon there's an IRL like Gaddafi style gun maker who doesn't do replicas? He just like straight up makes golden
Crazy
AKs, crazy
Maybe.
guns. I reckon there is.
I almost bought a lamp, like a golden AK lamp. It was really expensive, but I saw it in a movie. I can't remember what movie it was, but I was like, I really want one of those. And yeah, I like looked into them. It was like a couple of £100. I really wanted it, but I never got it in the end.
You know what? Probably the best that you didn't, because if you ever move house, like that's gonna be a tough one to explain to the removal lorry.
Nah, they'd be like, wow, this is really cool. I think I'd have a harder time explaining like all my other stuff.
All your like years of messy collectibles that no one else understands but CS players.
All my knives.
Oh yeah, all your massive knives and guns. You're just generally illegal things to own.
Can't find the bomb. There we go. Look, there it is.
Hey.
Yeah. Found it. Woohoo! Man advantage though for the T side. They should be able to maintain this lead. And actually, despite how close this has become, they've managed to maintain this lead throughout. They haven't actually fallen behind yet, and it doesn't look like they're going to do so here either. 4 versus 2. Why so serious with that MP9? Noble has got himself an M4, and he's just found himself another kill as well. But needs to double down here in Library, and as he does, this actually becomes winnable.
Noble V. Back at it again. We've seen him clutch things out before. It is a 2v2 here, but he's putting in all the legwork. Timer ticking away. They're going to have to push this sooner rather than later, and he's actually going to find Vlad Azolda there. Such a disadvantage for the angle for him. Double Cup finds the first. In fact, no, he doesn't even find the first. But thankfully, through the edge of the wall, picks up the frag. And yeah, it's a very daring defuse there. Not going to pay off. Double Cup grabs them both. And he goes down to the bomb.
Oh man, that was far too close for comfort. And to be honest, it's a bit of a shame that the retakers didn't have a little bit more time. If Skins No Skill had a few extra seconds there, they wouldn't have had to jump on that defuse. They could have focused on trying to find that kill.
Yeah.
And they probably would have had that round, to be honest. Now they're on a full eco though, 10-9. Pretty integral time coming into the final third of this game.
Vlad
I like the fact
Azolda.
that they're staying nice and disciplined.
I was going to say, he's picking up the slack from where Odin left off, though, entering with that AWP and Banana. And there's now a free B bomb site. They don't know it, but there is an A gamble stack here. And so that's just a Counter-Strike waltz onto an open bomb site. Cerebral, okay, Vlad, just shooting Double Cup in the foot. Why not? You know, they've got the site, they've got the round. May as well have some fun with it. Yeah, I was going to say the only risk here is that Cerebro goes down, but he's a little player, so it wouldn't be the end of the world.
Well, just staying alive with these USPs, there's really no harm in it. They can just sit in library, wait for some exits. If they get one, fantastic. If they don't, it really doesn't matter. They're on that CT side. They're still getting that round loss bonus. Not feeding your opponents is sometimes really important.
Sorry, I'm interrupting you for skins again, but that is a really, really rare USP Road Rash. The Virtus Pro and KD souvenir, man. I hope one day I find like a dropped phone on the floor, and it's just got like an open Steam guard on it, you know?
That belongs to
belongs to like
one of these
Xi
guys.
Jinping.
You're saying you'd have no remorse if there was some crazy Chinese collector.
I just transfer the Chinese government's skin supply to my personal device.
They'll hunt you down.
They
man.
would definitely hunt me down.
They'll kill you.
No remorse. I'd take Xi Jinping's Dragon Law. Man, that would not end well for me. But what has ended pretty well for Skins No Skill is they have complete banana control and a 2-man advantage. And the bomb, and another scalp to the tally with Informer trying to rush and pick up the dropped C4. It's just not going to happen. Great defending here.
Tom, there's something about this like lifeline adrenaline. As soon as Skins No Skill are on the back foot, they're a better team. They're playing insane right now. This round was fantastic, but they can't seem to be able to do this when they're tied up and when it actually kind of matters the most.
It's like a Call of Duty perk.
Well. Yeah. What?
You take damage
Explain.
and like you take damage and then you become like 20% faster and like 20% more accurate because you've taken X amount of damage, and so you can just run around and kill people more easily.
Fine.
Yeah, I do occasionally have method to my madness, but unfortunately for Double Cup, it would be madness for him to leave spawn right now. He's just gonna pray he can hold on to this AWP. He's got full armor, full util almost. Desert Eagle in his back pocket. Yeah, if he goes down, that would be absolutely tragic for the T side. That's a big reinvestment, that is. About $8,000 worth of it. And with 15 seconds left on the clock, it looks as if he might just get away with it. But again, as you said, great play from Skins No Skill to take full banana control. No casualties the entire round. And that is exactly the boost that their economy needed. Not only that, they also pick up 3 AKs for their trouble.
Well, we're back to within one round, 11-10, and nice and close again.
It's all ended up. It's all ended up well. We have had the closest game of today for our grand finals.
Yeah, I'm very happy that that's actually been the case, to be honest. I was a little bit worried that our grand finals would just be super one-sided, and yeah, we'd not get the game that this tournament really deserves. But right here, two pretty highly skilled teams. They're having a little bit of fun, you can see it, but at the same time, they're playing very serious, methodical Counter-Strike. Captain Slow, tons of damage dealt there. Cerebral down to a single point of health, and the nade just comes a tiny bit too late. Just out of range, unfortunate.
Yeah, Skins no skill though. They're playing this super patiently. They've not overstepped here. They've started to realise the importance of their economy management. In fact, both teams have done a relatively good job of managing their economy in the second half at the very least. But Cerebral, oh yeah, one bullet was all it took. A tickle would have killed that man. Yeah, actually taking a bit of spam damage from Informer there, but it's not going to be enough to kill him. Noble V hiding in the corner. One Molotov to flush him out is the key, and that's exactly what's going to come through. Noble V, he has to swing. The tick damage has been heard, and yeah, no way he gets out alive, especially after being flashed by his own teammate. Vladazola, great double entry. Odin back on the AWP, and he lands a stunner of a headshot. Completely open a bomb site. Bomb can go down. 30 seconds left to play with. And the terrorists are back again to their winning ways, and they keep a gap of 2.
Well, Jiaoqi, of course, just saving. I like the fact that the saves are coming in. It's starting to get to these really important late rounds. Economy is very important. And they don't have a huge economy behind them, but they do have just about enough to buy into the next if Jiaoqi saves. He's the only man that doesn't really have cash behind him. For the terrorists, though, for Team Informer, they're looking pretty good right now. Hitting 12, 4 rounds away from the finish line.
Yeah, I was going to say, they're going to struggle a little bit on Why So Serious. And the util will be sloppy across the board for Skins no skill here. That's my main concern. They've been relying, rightly so, on Inferno, quite heavily on their util here. So, I could have suggested maybe a buy down to 2k there with the Deagles instead, but they're looking to risk all of it. They're risking everything around that saved over weapon. And well, you know what? They've got more util than I expected them to have, but none of them have head armor. Not that they necessarily need to. They're missing a couple of defuse kits here and there. So when it comes down to the line, that could be worrisome. They're doing the best they can with a bad situation. In fact, they do effectively have the same caliber of weaponry as the terrorists, because Cerebral is back on his Galil.
Look how disciplined this is. This has really taken a very different turn, hasn't it? Going into the later stages of this game.
Yeah.
Less bursty contact plays where everybody's pushing together. Far more slow defaults.
I mean, it's starting to look like a game we would normally cast. Because look at that, it's a great flashbang. Unfortunately for Why So Serious, not going to be able to pit the post on that one. And instead, Vladazola getting very cheeky towards the A apartments. Smoke's now dropping down towards the top of Banana. Jiaoqi on long. It's going to be a stack towards A single waterfall, followed by a massive bodies in brackets. They're going to need to peek on into this. Jiaoqi desperately needs to pick one off before they start the run towards short. Actually, I say that. There's going to be a big crossfire. Captain Slow picks off the first. Vladazola, so good at entering, goes down right at the start of the push. Don't realise that there's 2 on site. They're going to need to suss this out very quickly. The Orb caught between 3 players to find a frag onto. And now look at this towards long. Great kill there from Double Cup, but it's a 3v3 and no! They don't have the time! Oh, that's so unfortunate.
Yeah, the calls have just been awful. It's so clear. It's so clear you don't have time. There's no point. There's no point in swinging into CT. Just pull back to Banana. Stay alive. Don't die after time. Oh
my God. Oh no! Oh my goodness, Timmy, that could have been it. But Cerebral, he clings onto his life. I cling onto my sanity. And round number 24 comes with another interesting buy for both squads. But yeah, echoing your sentiments of discipline, there has been some great discipline from both sides here. As I said, they're really starting to look like well-oiled machines. Playing together for the whole day, no doubt, has just reinforced this structure. And yeah, the way they've been playing right now, you could definitely mistake these guys for Tier 3, Tier 2 teams.
Yeah, there's been some pretty high caliber Counter-Strike, as I say, and just generally some really disciplined Counter-Strike as well coming into these later stages. 12 to 11. I don't want to jinx it, but I actually think we could be going to overtime based on how back and forth this has been so far. Cerebral.
Oh no.
Not expecting that, and a team kill too. Lucky it's not Noble, because that would have been his third.
And you know what happens when you kill 3 of your teammates, don't you, Josh?
Yes.
Bad things.
God.
You out of here. In the words of Drake, a lot of bad things that they wishing on me. And that's exactly what the terrorists would be.
I hate Drake's music. I'm just going to put it out there. I'm sure there's some Drake fans because everybody seems to love Drake, but I think his music is terrible.
His latest stuff is absolute drivel. You know he paid millions of dollars for the Pregnant Emoji album cover? He got absolutely scammed by the world's richest artist.
Oh, man. I never even thought about that. Yeah, the designer of emojis must be raking it in. Unless it's just someone at, like, Apple, no?
No. So there was I think they were pregnant men emojis, weren't they? Or were they pregnant women? I can't remember. Either way, the design of that album cover was done by the world's richest artist, who just absolutely takes the piss with all of his work. I can't Google it because I'd have to tab out. But if you title Drake album cover artist, it will come up with his name. But he has a hotel that costs tens of thousands of dollars a night to stay in, and the only decoration is used medical waste. And people pay tens of thousands because of his name. It is ridiculous. Damien Hirst. Absolute scam artist for the rich and absolutely imbecilic. Just stupid people pay for his artwork. And he makes money. He's valued at $256 million. Sorry, moving away from Drake though.
Right now of dots that he did. It's just different coloured dots.
Yeah, pretty much.
Wow.
That's worth millions of dollars. Unfortunately for both teams here, they do not have millions of dollars in their back pockets, and there's still a very tight economy game. The T's are struggling, no util left, and now a 5v3 scenario. Odin's on a Glock, for Christ's sake. Their buys are starting to become scrappy. They're starting to fade away, and a 14 and 18 Odin is not something I'm used to seeing after that overpass performance. They're running straight through it. They're going, hedging their bets up Banana. But would you look at this? Why so serious? Just moments away from getting a freebie. And that's exactly what he gets. Does receive a dink for his troubles. But a 5v2 is a nightmarish scenario. Especially at a 12-12 scoreline. And Yauchi, that's actually going to connect through the smoke. Double Cup gets his feet tickled by straight lead.
You know, this is going to be the first time that Skins No Skill will take the lead for this game, despite the fact that they've been, like, millimeters away from their opponents the entire time.
Did they not take it at 9-8?
Did they? I don't think so.
In that case, carry on with whatever you were saying.
I could be wrong. But yeah, the point is that they've been trailing the entirety of this game. They've been sort of 1 or 2 rounds behind their opponents. Now at a very, very integral time, they're looking to take the lead. And there's not going to be a lot of money behind the terrorists as well. It's very, very important that Double Cup and Valder save here. They should be able to, but when you look at that economy, everyone else on 2K, these guys got no money whatsoever. So if they'd have died in this situation, we would have seen a very lackluster buy in the next. Them staying alive means that we will see another full investment, so a chance for them to try and bite back. But yeah, still trading rounds back and forth. We could really be going the distance here.
But you say trading rounds back and forth. That was 3 in a row. All on time. The last 4 CT round wins have been on time. They've gone back to their old ways. This is exactly what killed them in the first half of their T-side overpass. Losing 4 rounds in a row in time and 3 in a row round losses. This is big problems for our T-side right now. They need to just regain their confidence, start going for these fast hits. Vlad Azolda was fantastic on those entries. And Informer as well, picked up great stuff. Double Cup, he needs to regain some more of his fragging style. Otherwise, we could very well be seeing a blowout here. A completely unexpected comeback.
Oh. Little bit of damage dealt. Thought that was a headshot for a moment, but it wasn't.
Sad times.
Yeah, sad times. And Team Informer need to be very, very careful right now. Look at how much map control they've lost. Banana is the CTs. They're looking deep into it. If anybody from the T side peaks, then they are in for some trouble.
Good flash.
Look at that perfectly timed flash just well. Unfortunate that Jouchy doesn't get away with that.
I just oohed louder than Shaq in that Hot Wings video. And now why so serious? Oh, why so serious? A Pasha biceps-esque play. The man fighting for his life earlier tonight has been echoed in the server. An MP9 this time to the name. Why so serious now in a 1v2 though? Already 2 to the tally. Can he deal a killing blow to 2 more AKs? It's going to be a difficult order to get on through. And it looks like the ordering window is shut. No more orders here. He's fallen away with an AWP to save on the B bomb site. And the back and forth continues. A game of intense rallying. And man, we are really staring down the barrel of an OT here.
Yeah, I really wouldn't be surprised. We're taking it to 13-13. Again, we're trading rounds back and forth, one by one. Informer's looking for some kind of utility or something he can grab, but he knows he needs to get away from that bomb site, and he's actually died to it. Oh, man, I thought he was safe there with 60 HP, but no. And look at the money they've got as well. That's a big hit.
Yeah, the bomb radius on Inferno is the biggest bomb radius of any map, and it is nightmarish. I'm personally in favour of Valve toning down the bomb radius on Inferno slightly. Because then you look at something like Nuke or Vertigo, where it's tiny. You could stand next to the thing and you'd still probably survive if you had your back turned. But yeah, either way, still a decent investment. A nice bit of chip damage from a grenade there. But otherwise, relatively even Stevens, minus an AWP for the T side. Noble V! Stop it! You can't be doing that at this late stage of the game. Round number 27, and Timmy does further damage to Cerebral. Thankfully not landing a shot on the cerebral cortex, because that headshot would have been incredibly costly. A nice shoulder peek, though. Cerebral kills Jouchi. Orpa falls. Nice molly, and Noble V continues to fight for a noble cause. Timmy as well slides on in, and now a 4v2 ensues. Odin getting cut down through the smoke, but still lands a headshot. Going back for more, but it won't quite connect.
Oh! Odin? Here's the steps, goes for the pre-fire. Somehow this has been recovered. Seems like anytime Skins No Skill go for banana control, they have a lot of success. But in the late round, it's where they struggle. Why so serious? Finding a very key shot. Double Cup making a lot of noise. It will bring the molly forward. And it looks like Double Cup's changing his mind, headed back towards A. That's where Captain Slow is patiently waiting, but going for a weird rotation right now. Oh, he needs to be very careful right here. Double Cup. Auto-directors being funky. Come on. I don't think he's going to expect him to be in apartments. I think Skins No Skills should have this one.
Well, I'm now back. And Double Cup, it's a good plant spot. He's actually going to pull it off. He goes for the Molotov instead. That's a huge misjudgment. Flashbang over the top, though, from Why So Serious. But he's going to have the flashbang still out. Oh, Double Cup. That's a beautiful round to win. Puts them back up at 14. They retain the lead, and Skins No Skill, they are going to be kicking themselves. Goodness me. After Noble V puts up 29 frags as well. 29 in 17, I might add. He's just not quite able to toe the line on this one. Goodness gracious
what
me.
a time for a clutch like that. And Captain Slow's got to be kicking himself as well. Peeking out of the apartments while the players while the players planting, sorry. Could have just had a clear shot. Bang on his head. Would have been round over. Would have been them on 14. And instead he opts for the Molotov. It's absolutely the wrong call with only a few seconds left. Should have swung with his gun.
Yeah, remember kids, swing with your gun, not your utility. Because normally you will eat a bullet to the face. I could go for a rhyme, but at the same time, it's been a long day.
Swing with a gun, don't shoot your mum.
Also doesn't rhyme and is also a bit weird.
Yeah, doesn't really fit, does it?
Not really. But what does fit is Informer's stunning entry with a deagle. That removes one of the 3 A1S players on this struggling CT side. Also, a lot of utility forced to the wayside. Oh, the grenade! Captain Slow! Slowed down even further by that chip damage. And in round number 28, things couldn't be looking worse for our CT side. Why so serious? Util of his own. And Vlad Azolda, this is mischievous.
He sees the head. Oh, doesn't react to it. Oh, man. What a time for the CTs to start crumbling as well. We need to see a big play from Why So Serious on this B bomb site. The sole anchor. He's kept himself tucked away, kept himself hidden. Are they going to clear their corners? Or is he in for a ride right now? Needs to go massive. He's only good for one, though. And still the man advantage. Now the bomb site obtained. And even though they're cutting it fine, they get the bomb down with enough time.
Oh, the MP9 conga line. It's not quite fast enough to beat that coffin smoke. But Timmy, with a smoke of his own, will at least cut off Ladazolda, the top fragger, for the time being. Great flashbang allows him a bit more wriggle room, but Informer, he's not blind. He's fragging, he's swinging. Odin as well. In fact, one apiece for 3 of the T side. And look at the economy here for Skins No Skill. This could very well be the final round of our grand finals, Josh. Round number 29 is a testament to Skins No Skill's grit. Can they fight out against a full rifled roster with just Deagles and MP9s and lackluster utility?
2 map points, 2 chances to close. This is probably their best one. Nade raining over the top, decent amount of damage, but yeah, you're right. Couple of Deagles, 3 MP9s. You've seen these MP9s have a really big impact actually earlier on in the game. Maybe they've forgotten how to use them though. I think the Seaside just need to stay together here. Don't make any crazy mistakes. Don't give those Deagles more than they deserve. And they should be able to close this one and bag themselves the first prize.
Noble V again. He seems to always start the round with half HP. Back on 44. One of the defuse kit players as well. In fact, 8 and 9. They've got both of the defuse kits on B, which is, funnily enough, a good thing, because that looks like it's where the terrorists are going. But Auto Observer, no, don't break on me now! Ladazolda, the first man in, will kill Noble V, the stunning top fragger of Skins No Skill. And as things ensue here, further smokes deployed. The CT's completely cut out of the bomb site. They've got no util left at all. And despite 3 players being deathly low on the T side, Captain Slow eats damage of his own by the utility. Yauchi looking to try and swing on in. He will find a frag there. Oh, the camera's broken. I'm just going to go for an above view of this bomb site as the retakes come on in. And ladies and gentlemen, a flurry of fragging coming on in for the T side means it will be them winning our tournament, taking the gloves, taking the big bucks. And what a way to finish up a great grand finals game. Really entertaining to watch, and a congratulations again to our winners. And that does mean we'll be flipping back over to us, the casters, in just a second. My camera's, it's loading in. There we go. My hair's even more scruffy than last time. But here we are. That should be on us just now. Hello. Welcome back. What a finals. Thank you for joining us.
Yeah. Really, really cool game. I'm actually really happy, as we said many times throughout that one, that was a close matchup. And really a good one to watch. Some high caliber Counter-Strike. It was there. Yeah, it felt, throughout the day, it felt like there are actually some good teams here. But yeah, the final 2 that we were left with were absolutely fantastic. Even our semi-final matchups were pretty decent as well. Yeah. That kind of rounds things off, though. I can feel the frustration for Noble V and actually for Skins No Skill as a whole. That was a really close game. I think that clutch was really what did it. I think round number 25, that clutch took place. That 2 versus 1 over on the A side, I actually think that tipped the scales a little bit, which is a shame. But that's just how Counter-Strike goes. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose heartbreaking rounds like that end up losing you grand final matches.
Oh, but it's been a fun day. It that way. Oh, that's just even more
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry. But yeah.
Oh, well, they're now actually...
How the cookie crumbled.
They're now Skill No Skins, because they're not going to be the ones winning the gloves, which makes it even more heart-throbbing. Oh,
no, they've still got skins.
Yeah,
they've still got some wicked skins. I'm mega jealous. Man. I'm mega jealous of those guys. They've got some big skins.
But yeah, other than that, just... as I said, it looked as if it could have been a Tier 3, Tier 2 Counter-Strike match in a couple of those rounds, especially towards the latter stages. Genuinely enjoyable to watch, genuinely enjoyable to cast, and I hope these guys continue with their Counter-Strike escapades. That was a good showing from a lot of players, and if they can find a bit more of a level of consistency, especially our 2 finalists, Odin as well, coming in with that AWP. If he was like lights out on the AWP again on Inferno like he was on Overpass, I mean, there's a reason Overpass was banned in our map selection here. But if he could just come alive a little bit more, have a bit more confidence in his plays on the AWP on different maps, yeah, he's going to be a top performer. I definitely think so.
Well, I think we should round this up, Tom. It's been a long day, and before we bore everybody to sleep with our dreadful analysis, I think we should sort of. I'm sorry, but yeah. Thank you everybody so much for watching. It's been an absolute blast. We've been going all day. It's been a really fun tournament. Thank you so much to CSGO Gloves for making all of this possible, putting out the prize pool. It's their tournament, of course, if you do want to check them out. CSGOGloves.com is where you can order yourself some awesome gloves, or just go and follow us on Twitter.
Tournament for 10% off.
Yeah, code tournament for 10% off as well. Don't forget that. You don't want to be paying full price when you can get 10% off. But yeah, thank you everybody for joining us. That's going to be me and Tom rounding this one off. It's been a blast. And we'll see you all very soon. Good night, everybody.
Good night.